Good morning and welcome to Barry Field, home of the Woonsocket Villanovans, as WOON Woonsocket Radio and Television brings you high school Thanksgiving morning football. Our classic is soon to be the 54th meeting between the Novans and the Cumberland Clippers. I'm Marty Crowley alongside Andy Tutkin. Coach, happy Thanksgiving to you and to all our listeners.
Yeah, that's to you, Marty. We got a great contest here. You know, the rivalry, Cumberland, Woonsocket doesn't get much better than that in the Blackstone Valley.
No, or in the state for that matter, is the fourth longest running rivalry Thanksgiving Day-wise behind Westerly Stonington, LaSalle East Providence, and then Coventry West Warwick by 1 year has Woonsocket and Cumberland. Teams are warming up on what is a sunsplash day, a little different weather-wise from yesterday, Andy. You and I were both down on the field prior to the game.
Yeah, it's a little chilly down there. Field condition looks great, though. For this time of year, for a grass field like this, it's looking a lot better than anticipated, and these two teams are ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of questions, too. Speaking of teams ready to go, is the Woonsocket seniors. There's also their senior day, the last home game. They're being introduced from the south end zone. The Novans are wearing their throwback maroon jerseys today, which always is fun for a broadcaster to try to get numbers on last second notice. But the Novans in their throwback maroon jerseys with Woonsocket across the front, white numerals across the top. Below as well are being introduced. Clippers are warming up just to our left in a little different Thanksgiving Day uniform other than the traditional white. They're wearing their alternative jerseys today.
Yeah, the gray looking pretty sharp with the blue bottoms there as they warm up. And, you know, a good way for Woonsocket to pay homage to the teams of years past wearing their throwbacks. For us, of course, it makes things difficult. Numbers have changed, but nonetheless, I think a nice tribute to the Woonsocket Novans.
So we're at pregame here. Kickoff expected around 10 o'clock here on ON 1240, Woonsocket Radio. We'll be right back after this.
We've been telling you for some time about how wonderful the experience of purchasing new granite countertops for your kitchen or bathroom is at Countertops by Superior. Bill and his team want you to feel like you're their only customer. Here's what one woman said about the process.
Overall process was smooth and painless. Bill and his staff were punctual, professional, knowledgeable, and provided outstanding customer service. My new countertops are absolutely beautiful.
Great experience from beginning to end. Enjoyed mapping out the counters with Bill. Installation went very smoothly.
If you're thinking of adding value to your home, consider new granite countertops from Countertops by Superior. Bill and his team offer free in-home sales quotes and no obligation. And the Countertops by Superior quote is a complete all-inclusive quote. There's no hidden charges, and the price reflects what it will cost to complete the job start to finish. Countertops by Superior, 840 Cumberland Hill Road, Woonsocket. Passion for stone, passion for service.
State Line Service and Tire always uses the latest diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly while maintaining your manufacturer's warranty. And they install only quality parts. State Line Service provides a whole array of services, including computer engine analysis, paintless dent removal, headlight restoration, and much more. State Line Service, a third-generation business, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket. Let them worry about your vehicle. Don't you have enough to worry about? A new garage door can have a major effect on the appearance of your property. When you're ready, call Andy Bebo at Woonsocket Door Sales, in business since 1935. Woonsocket Door Sales installs and repairs all makes of doors and openers, as well as broken springs and cables. Service includes installation and free disposal of the old door. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448. Office located at 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland. Reputation is important.
Lincoln and North Smithfield Urgent Care Centers are Northern Rhode Island's modern, comprehensive urgent care centers devoted to providing the best family health care available. They have board-certified doctors on their staff who will make you feel safe, comfortable, and reassured when you're in doubt about the severity of your discomfort. Both centers feature on-site lab and x-ray facilities. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, and Lincoln Urgent Care across from Lincoln Mall. You do have a choice.
Welcome back to Barry Field, home of the Novans. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin. We also have Brendan McGear, who will be our sideline reporter coming up at some point. He's getting wired up as we speak. Dave Rich is down in the truck. A reminder, this game is also on Woonsocket Radio.com, Worldwide.com, Woonsocket Television, as well as WON Woonsocket Radio. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to sit down with both head coaches. Let's start with Cumberland High School Clipper coach Josh Leamer and the words he spoke to me earlier this week.
Emily Duff with her parents Tammy and Ron Duff.
I'm here with head coach Josh Leamer and senior captain Matt Removich as we talk about today's game, Thanksgiving Day game, and everything in Clipper Nation. Coach, thanks for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
And Matt Removich, senior captain. Rem, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So, Coach, let's talk about your season first before we get into today's game. 3-4 on the season, 4-4 overall. You made the playoffs, which was a goal that you guys had at the outset when we interviewed you earlier. Kind of talk about how your season went.
Yeah, it was started out, fairly well. We had some ups and downs throughout the season, a couple injuries that hurt us, but it was a positive year. We're still a very young football team, even though a lot of guys have experience. But we learned from a lot of mistakes that we made. We were in every game. There wasn't really any blowouts or whatnot. So I think the guys have grown, and the program took a really positive step this year.
You did win 2 of your last 3 games, and unfortunately we had your game here against Barrington where it was a very winnable game except a late blunder there. But you were in all your games competitive-wise. You said you had a lot of young guys. Last year were sophomores, this year you're juniors. Definitely bode well for your future when they become seniors next year.
Yeah, our senior class was great, but we really only had a handful of guys that had a lot of roles. Our junior class is huge. We're playing mostly juniors, and we play a lot of sophomores as well. So they got some experience last year, but this year was really in-game experience that they got to have, and with a good offseason, we got a lot of growth.
Speaking of your seniors, you get your captain sitting right across the table here from you, Matt Removich. Talk to the positive impact and the impact that Rem's had on your program this year.
Oh, huge impact. I'll be honest, he's a guy that as a freshman and sophomore physically just wasn't ready to play. And through his junior year had a couple role plays for us, but was a guy that after his junior season really took the offseason to heart and had an unbelievable offseason, probably the best transformation I've ever seen in my 11 years coaching football. And, it speaks for itself. The kid's got 600 yards receiving. He's our leader. He's a 2-year captain for us, and he's a guy that we're definitely going to miss in the future of this program.
All right, Rem, to you now. So, Coach, obviously this is some very glowing things about you, your transformation. Talk about what it means to be a captain of Cumberland High School football and what it means to put on that royal blue uniform and anything else you want to throw in there.
I take pride in it, representing the school and all those who've played before me. I love leading my guys out on the field, and I love just being the leader of the team and doing what I can every week.
Thanksgiving Day in the Northeast here, as we know, is a very tradition-rich program. Coach, I know we talk about this. You were involved with the Southeast Providence. Cumberland Woonsocket for the 54th time today. We'll tow it up. Any special traditions that you have pregame that you can share that's not like an exclusive tradition for the team? Anything going on for the team-wise?
Yeah, on Wednesday night, we always do our senior speeches. We bring in a lot of our alumni to come in and speak to the guys, and then each coach will introduce a senior, and the senior will just kind of talk to the team about what the program's meant to him. It's a special night for us, a lot of emotion going on in that room, and I think it gets guys really fired up to play for each other, on Thursday afternoon.
Rem, you talked about, playing about the guys before you. You sat there through your senior speeches. Are there any of them that stood out to you from a player perspective that really got to you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, my sophomore year, I love that senior class. They're an awesome group of guys. Just, sitting there and listening to them, I took in everything they said, and, that's what really drove me to work hard in the off season and be the best form of myself.
Obviously, today is the last day you'll have the privilege and the honor of wearing the royal blue and white uniform of Cumberland High School. What does it mean to you to play here on Thanksgiving Day, and what has it meant for you? I know you just touched on it briefly, but if you want to expand on that, what it's meant to play football here at Cumberland High School.
I mean, it's been an honor, very storied tradition here, It's been football forever, and it was awesome to make the playoffs for the first time as a D1 team, Like Coach said, we're a young team, but we're just going to try to continue to grow. And I was happy this year we could take a step forward. Not the way we wanted it to end, but that's the goal. Just keep taking steps forward and keep growing from that.
So I'll talk to you first, Remy. I'll talk to you, Coach, second, about the impact that David Benskin's had on our program here. Not only on our program, but on our school and on our community. Earlier this year, you guys had a neon game for him that we covered in honor of David, who passed away last year, a member of the football team. Talk about the impact that David's had on you, Rem, and on the program.
I mean, David, he was a brother. He meant so much to me. And, I go out there every Friday and I play for him. I have a picture of him put up in my bin, and I look at that every day. Every game, every practice, I look at that and that motivates me because I know if he was here, he'd want the best out of me. Last year when I was a junior struggling to step into a role, he was always there. He's he was upset that he wasn't playing as much, but he always said to me the same thing every day. He said, I'm going to make you better, and I know what you got to do to get to where you want to be. And he helped me every day, and we were just very close, and that's my brother, and I love him.
Well said. Matt Removich, senior captain. Josh Lima, head coach, Cumberland Clippers. We'll be right back after this commercial message.
Your Christmas dinner or New Year's party will be an incredible hit when you serve either a smoked turkey, smoked ham, or prime rib that you picked up from Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue of Cumberland. Call Nicole today at 401-333-4440, 333-4440, and order one or all three today. Don't be left out. Pre-order your smoked turkey, smoked ham, or prime rib by calling Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue of Cumberland, 401-333-4440.
Navigant Credit Union wants you to know that in spite of what some are saying about the economy, their thoughts are always with you, the Navigant member. If you have a small business or are involved in the management of one, you might want to talk to Navigant's Commercial Lending Department. If you need capital to expand or purchase new equipment, call the Business Lending Department at 401-233-4700. They'll visit your office and work with you to create a plan to get you the money you need without the usual problems. For more information, call 233-4700. Your success is Navigant's business. Navigant Credit Union. Let's enjoy the journey together.
As a trusted choice agency, Susie Insurance Agency in Woonsocket is dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person, not a policy. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, Susie Insurance Agency serves Rhode Island and Massachusetts. The readers of the call have voted Susie Insurance Agency the #1 insurance agency in the area. Susie Insurance Agency, 362 Rathbun Street in Woonsocket. Visit their website to see all that's offered at susieagency.com. Atlantic Family Eye Care of Woonsocket is proud to announce they are now located in their new state-of-the-art office. They're in the same location, 2345 Mendon Road, and now they're on the top floor. Atlantic Family Eye Care offers comprehensive eye exams, emergency care, plus glasses made while you wait. Oakley, Maui Jim, Ray-Ban, and many other frames are available. Atlantic Family Eye Care offers convenient Saturday hours, and they pride themselves by being on time for your appointment. Look them up online at atlanticfamilyeyecare.net.
This is Jeffrey Partington, president of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild. As the Woonsocket football Novans take the field this season, remember to come out and support the team to show your Woonsocket pride. The players themselves are developing pride and learning respect, responsibility, and how to prepare not only for the next game, but for the promise of their future. Woonsocket's 575 teachers and teachers' aides are dedicated to the mission of supporting all students to help them be successful. Woonsocket teachers, we make a difference every day. Go Novans.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin. We do have a third member of our broadcast team with us today. From the Woonsocket call, Brendan McGear is down on the sidelines. Let's see if we can touch in with Brendan. Good morning, Brendan.
Good morning, Marty. Good morning, Andy. How are you guys up there this morning?
Doing very well. I think we got the better part of the job today. It's a little cooler up here. see you as you're walking through the north side of the end zone.
Well, we will say this. We do a lot of tweeting during the games today, but since we're holding both a clipboard to keep track of the stats and a microphone, tweets will be limited today. So everybody, sure of notice, tune in. And also tune in online as well to listen to this great holiday classic once again, Woonsocket versus Cumberland.
All right, that's Brendan McGeer. We'll check in with him frequently here on the airwaves. Cumberland to our left, going through their offensive sets. And here's the question, Andy. Who's going to be the quarterback for Cumberland today?
That's a great question. As we've been watching them warm up over the last some odd minutes, we noticed that both quarterbacks, Santos and Leonard, are both taking snaps there with the first team. And maybe that's what we'll see throughout the game today, a little combination of both.
In talking with the Woonsocket players, they were unsure. We will do that interview at halftime, by the way. We did speak with the Woonsocket coaches due to time constraints here with about 5 minutes before kickoff. We will play the Woonsocket players at halftime. We will get to talk to Coach Bebo and his players yesterday, but they were like, hey, do you know who's playing quarterback? And I'm like, no, not necessarily. I don't know who's playing quarterback. Woonsocket has gone back into the house, into the shed, as you will, for their last-minute instructions. And with that, first of all, thank you to all our sponsors for getting us on the air as they've done all year long on Friday Night Lights, a special Thursday edition, Thanksgiving morning edition here on ON Radio, WOON, Woonsocket Radio and Television. We'll be right back after this.
Cousins Collision Center services all makes of cars, SUVs, and light trucks, featuring their state-of-the-art color matching and frame straightening. They also feature scratch and dent removal, glass replacement, and graphics removal. Cousins Collision will give you unbeatable prices and accurate estimates. Cousins Collision Center on Foundry Street in Woonsocket, off Olo Street, 766-7679.
When you need legal representation for personal injury, traffic violation, DUI charge, or criminal defense, you need sound advice. Call attorney Peter J. Hopkins at 356-1043. He believes in treating each client with dignity and respect. That's attorney Peter J. Hopkins, 191 Social Street, Woonsocket, 356-1043. It's important to have someone in your corner. That number is 356-1043. Attorney Peter J. Hopkins.
Voted best pizza and best grinder in the Blackstone Valley by Rhode Island Monthly Magazine is Cumberland House of Pizza. Not only do they have the best pizzas and the best grinders, you should try one of their great meals like fish and chips or their homemade lasagna or stuffed peppers. All orders at Cumberland House of Pizza are made from scratch. It's like sitting down at your own dinner table. Cumberland House of Pizza on Minden Road, 1 mile from Cumberland High. See everything they offer at chopsri.com.
Since 1969, Fontaine Real Estate has always placed the client first. Whether you're buying or selling, Fontaine Real Estate will show you the huge advantage of having a permanent, experienced staff to guide you through the buying or selling process. Trust is important. Fontaine Real Estate is one of the oldest agencies in the area. Visit their website at fontainerealestate.com or in person at 1028 Park Avenue, Woonsocket, 769-7821.
Thunder Mist Health Center is your state-of-the-art primary care facility for the whole family, including behavioral health as well as dental care. Thunder Mist Health is open at convenient hours, including Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night until 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Thunder Mist Health has its own pharmacy right on premises, which means reduced costs for their clients. And Quick Care is open 7 days a week. Thunder Mist Health Center, 450 Clinton Street, Woonsocket, 767-4100. Other locations in Warwick and South County. No one is ever turned away.
Since 1948, their motto has been to give every customer the very best in quality service as well as attention to detail. And that promise continues today at Michaud's Auto Body, a modern 5-stall facility with the latest in technology. Michaud's Auto Body knows that following an accident, you need reassurance about the entire process, including reports, insurance, rentals, and more. Their promise is to give each person all that they are paying for, and then some. Michaud's Auto Body on Privilege Street, Woonsocket, 769-1983.
Remember when you went into an insurance agency, they treated you like you were the most important person to ever come through the door? Remember when an insurance agency stood behind their plans with their reputation? They still remember that now at Hunter Insurance. For the last 15 years, it's always been the same. You've depended on Hunter Insurance for homeowners and auto coverage for years. Now depend on them to help find the right plan to insure your life, too. Hunter Insurance for 15 years, the best insurance value in Northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
People keep raving about everybody's favorite family restaurant. One person says the food is flat out fantastic and they have the best home fries in the area. Another person says, I highly recommend the bacon omelet. For breakfast and lunch, everybody's favorite family restaurant offers all your favorites, plus lunch specials and daily blackboard specials. Why pay more for less when everybody's favorite family restaurant gives you more for less? Everybody's favorite family restaurant, 1370 Menden Road in Cumberland.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin. Stands are starting to fill up. The bleachers, Cumberland band, Novan band doing the old tomahawk chop, Andy, on our sideline, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Loved it.
Novans have just come out of the locker room. Ready to go, ready for the captains. Another thing at Woonsocket High School, a great tradition, Andy, is they do have the ROTC program. And at every event at the high school, senior class awards nights and things like that, they do have the ROTC. And once again, the ROTC will be presenting the colors as they are on the near sideline, getting ready to do so. A very student-driven organization, Andy, which is a great thing.
Oh, that's awesome. As a teacher, giving the kids that responsibility is something that would definitely help them out later in life. Love that role these kids are playing.
The ROTC, as you can see, them marching out at about the 41-yard line with the American flag high above on this sun-drenched day, a day that would make Harry Potter proud, or Hermione, or whoever, any character from there in Hogwarts who needs some sunshine. Today would be a good day to do that.
I'm only on movie 4, so you might be ahead of me there.
You need to talk to my wife, Jill, because she's a Harry Potter aficionado. She's listening at home. Happy Thanksgiving to my wife and our family.
Absolutely.
As well, and to all our families. Mitch Foresti giving the Novans instructions. The referee, the umpire, is Mark DeSalvo. Head linesman is John Coletti. Line judge Brandon Farah. Back judge John Talento. And the clock operator, Jeff Avalon. Ironically, Mitch Foresti went to Woonsocket High School.
Oh,
and he's the referee.
He's the referee. Well, the clock manager is a Cumberland grad, so I think that kind of evens it off a little bit.
Yeah, he is a former Woonsocket great, though. Mitch Foresti, there are a lot of greats here. We'll talk about them, Woonsocket greats, in a minute. The crowd is filing in. We're just waiting for the anthem. Pam Page, the PA announcer here. The anthem is about to be played here at Barry Field by the Woonsocket High School Band. What a great version of the national anthem performed by the Woonsocket High School Band, Andy.
No, absolutely. Sets the tone for what should be a great morning of high school football.
Yeah, we've heard many renditions of the national anthem this year, and that was a good one right there. Let's go down to Brendan now on the 25-yard line. Brendan, quarterback situation for Cumberland. Any insight?
I've been told that it is pretty much going to be a 50-50 split right now. I don't know if it's a little smoke screen, a little trickery last minute by head coach Josh Lima, but we should expect to see both guys that we touched upon in the pregame show.
All right, Brendan, that's Brendan McGear, our sideline reporter for today. I used to be the sideline reporter. Every time I did it, it was a crappy day out, and it was muddy. And, even Jeff Peabody and his groundskeeping skills, former head groundskeeper at Newport Country Club in Maine. Great groundskeeper, Jeff Peabody. He really knew what he was doing around the grass. But Jeff couldn't keep me dry. A myriad of captains out front, the 3 Clipper captains, along with 7 guys from Woonsocket. I think they're seniors out there, Andy. This is their last home game, and for both teams, it is the last football game for the seniors.
Yeah, and you can see the Clippers have lined up on both 45-yard lines.
In the shape of a C.
In the shape of a C. Look at that. Something different. We haven't seen that before. But this is an emotional day for most, for the seniors on both sides, potentially being the last football game they will ever play, and for the younger kids wanting to send those seniors out on a high note. Most of these teams are not moving on in the playoffs, with Woonsocket missing out and Cumberland losing to Hendricken last week. So this is a big game for these underclassmen to send these kids out, and for them to play their last football game is very meaningful.
Captains are out there. Mitch Foresti going over the ground rules. The big crowd starting to fill in. Far bleachers has the Cumberland High School band under Mike Ferrocci. Good work that Mike Ferrocci has done with the Cumberland band. Woonsocket band to our immediate right. We are on the I would say the north side of Barry Field here.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah, looks about right. I'm trying to pick up the sun right
so.
now. Yeah, we are north.
Yeah, north.
Sun. Good crowd filling at the annual Thanksgiving Day rivalry. Woonsocket has deferred to the second half. Now, the other thing, I was on the field earlier talking with Coach Josh Lehmer about the wind. He goes, boy, it's windy here. And you look at the flag at the, let's call that the west side of Barry Field, and the wind is blowing west to east here.
Yeah, that should absolutely play some sort of role in today's game, and especially for Cumberland having the dual quarterback situation. And you have Joe Leonard, who is more of a drop-back pocket passer, the big, strong kid, strong arm, and Elvis Santos, who is an athlete, just a pure athlete, can move around that pocket. So look for that win to play some sort of role for both teams.
Let's go back down to Brendan for his thoughts and maybe a quick prediction. Brendan, we've had both these teams this year. What are your thoughts heading into this game? Do we have a close game? Do we have a blowout? Does Woonsocket get off the schneid?
I think this is going to be a close game. I go back to, Marty, when you and I did the Barrington-Woonsocket game, you were talking about this particular day. It was probably about 40 degrees warmer. We talked about, obviously, the athletes that Woonsocket has, and Cumberland has maybe more of the depth and more depth probably be the best way to say it, but it's a matchup of depth versus speed, and I think we're in for a close one today. I really do.
All right, thanks. That's Brendan McGear. We'll go to Brendan time to time, our sideline reporter. The last year it was 34-28. Cumberland had to stop them late, Andy, as we remember at Tucker, which brought a lot of celebrating off the Cumberland bench as well, much deserved. The last time it was that close was in 2001 when it was 10-7, Andy.
Yeah, last year was a lot of fun to be a part of, and both teams, you could tell that game meant a lot to both sides. I mean, this is the Super Bowl for these teams at this point. Last year, just going down to the wire and Cumberland being able to hold on there. But, for this year, you have, big-time athletes coming from Woonsocket. Kevon Davis is a name we're going to mention a lot. Manny Gomes, a junior running back, going to mention their names a lot today. So I am right there with Ben. I expect this game to be just like last year, go down to the wire. Another hard-fought Thanksgiving Day game between these two great schools.
Yeah, you look at Emmanuel Gomes. He runs like our old friend from Cranston East, Mark Van Egan, north and south. That's what he does. He's a north and south runner, as Van Egan was as well.
Yeah, he's not one of those running backs who shies away from contact. He wants to deliver the contact, and tonight he has his work cut out for him, but we should have a good one.
So Novin's set to kick off. Moving right to left on your radio television dial. It's a low kick, and there's going to be a flag as the ground has already produced an offside against the Novans, and the kicker has come up limping. Hezekiah Adai kind of slip, limping on that, and right away the Novans have a penalty right from the get-go.
Yeah, I think he just slipped. And I talked about the grass looks great from up here, but you can tell there's certainly those mud spots that accumulate over the course of a football season. I'm sure this field gets used for multiple things throughout the year. So let's see what happens now as the opening kickoff will take place from 5 yards further back.
So now we'll start up one more time here. This kick is up in the air. It's going to take a weird bounce. Taken by Andrews, it looks like, at the 20. The ball's loose. The ball's loose. Kopass trying to pick it up. He doesn't. The Novans recover it inside at the 1 yard line. It's rolling into the end zone. Woonsocket lands on it. Touchdown, Woonsocket. Right on the opening kickoff.
Wow, what a break for the Villanovans right there. As John Andrews couldn't get a grasp on it. Cold hands might have something to do with it. The ball bounces around, and next thing you know, Woonsocket is up 6-0.
Well, that's a unfortunate set of events right there for the Clippers. The ball did have backspin on it, pushed him back. The first kick was a low squid kick, and Jack Andrews tried to pick it up, couldn't get it. Jake Kopass, instead of falling on it, tried to pick it up. I'm not sure who fell on it for the Novans, but whoever, Woonsocket now is up 6-0.
I'm right there with you. I'm waiting for the official word and a touchdown, but nonetheless, what a start for Woonsocket.
On to attempt the extra point is Adai, and it's blocked. Blocked at the line of scrimmage. We're off to a great start here. Woonsocket 6, Cumberland nothing. We'll be right back.
Team Kathy Bain Farrell with Remax Town & Country in the Dave's Marketplace Plaza in Cumberland is exactly who you need when looking for real estate or when you need to sell. Kathy and Chris of Remax Town & Country, your hometown experts, work together as a team to get you the results you're looking for. Call Team Kathy Bain Farrell today at 401-333-0020. That's Team Kathy Bain Farrell with Remax Town & Country in the Dave's Marketplace, Diamond Hill Road, Cumberland, working twice as hard to get the job done.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Brendan McGeer. Brendan, what happened on that?
Number 87 for the Novans, he fell into the end zone. I'm looking at my sheet right now. I do not see a number 87, but I'm sure you guys can check on that up top. But what a weird start. We had the false start kickoff, and then just a crazy way to begin this game. Probably no other way to say it.
Thanks, Brendan. And number 87, we'll find out who that is from Pam Page, because Woonsocket changed numbers, and we'll give that young man credit for the touchdown. Thank you, Brendan, for that report. So now let's go back to action with 11:47. That'll take all of 13 seconds to give the Novans a lead. This kick is a low kick. Once again, takes a high hop. Taken by LaCroix at the 20, 25, 30, 35. LaCroix still on his feet. Out to about the 37-yard line. Hayden LaCroix, 39-yard line. Sophomore tailback, Andy.
A good return right there is going to set up 1st and 10 for the Clippers, and trying to rebound after that mishap on special teams. And we've seen throughout this year, broadcasting a number of games, that special teams can play a significant role. And so far we have a fumble on the opening kickoff, a touchdown recovery, and a blocked extra point. So let's see what these offenses and defenses can do, but special teams are already cementing their role. And we see that Santos is going to get the first snap for the Clippers in a shotgun formation.
Avia Santos, handoff, King. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by a plethora of Novans right there was King. Zachary McIntyre, Andy, the lineman for the Novans, recovered that fumble in the end zone to give Woonsocket a 6-0 lead just 13 seconds into the game.
What an entertaining way to start this Thanksgiving Day morning. Unbelievable.
Clippers come out now 2nd and 10. Avia Santos has King to his right. 3 receivers split wide right. Avia Santos, quarterback option, going nowhere. Wrapped up by the Novans. Getting off the bottom of that pile is Henry Camacho, number 86 for the Novans, and Muhammad Sek, one of the captains, number 51.
No, Dante Avila Santos, a sophomore. This is a quarterback, wide receiver, defensive back, running back. He's just an athletic kid. And Brendan had mentioned before that Woonsocket is full of athletes, and maybe Cumberland's trying to match them right now. And this is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Clippers.
Avia Santos, back to pass. Blitz coming, ball's away. Has a man, in and out of the hands of Andrews. Good coverage back there by number 7, Nasa Viasiak for the Novans, and the Clippers will have to punt after a fumble recovery for a touchdown and a 3-and-out. Not a good way to start if you're Cumberland. However, if you're Woonsocket defending the fort, great start for the Novans,
excellent
Andy.
stop by Woonsocket. They seem to have a delayed blitz there from the middle linebacker. In a nice pass by Santos, but excellent defense by the defensive back out there, number 7, who's now running off the field to make sure he gets off in time.
So the Clippers will punt. High snap. Andrews does the kicking. Good punt. It's going to drive them back, and it's going to be recovered by Gomes, it looks like, and he's going to be wrapped up right away. Number 13, of course, who I didn't write his name down on my roster for the Novans, comes up with the ball. Woonsocket will take over with 10-12 remaining here in the first quarter. Kevon Davis, they changed numbers again today. So Kevon Davis, I believe, was 23, I believe, today, according to the roster. Woonsocket will come out now, 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Gomes in the backfield wearing number 25 today. Handoff given to him. Stacked up by a bunch of Clippers. Going nowhere was Manny Gomes.
And the Clippers are going to expect to see a lot of Manny Gomes with the football today. He's been a catalyst for Woonsocket throughout the season, throughout last season as well. Just a strong running back. We mentioned him in pregame. We expect to see a lot of Manny Gomes today.
So the other thing is Peralta was listed as number 12, yet number 7 is quarterback, and I think he might have changed his number again to number 7, did Charlie, to Geraldi Panagia, who we had listed as 16. So Panagia is wearing 7 today, the quarterback. Handoff going nowhere. Good job by the Clippers D up front. And right like Brendan talked about, Andy, when Cumberland's defense stacking up Manny Gomes right away.
Oh, absolutely. The front line there for Cumberland is so important this morning's contest. Because they know they have the athletes. Manny Gomes, Kevon Davis are going to be receiving many handoffs throughout today's game. If that front 4 or front 5, depending on the defensive situation, can stand up for the Clippers, they might have some success this morning. Brings up 3rd and 15 for the Woonsocket offense. Panagra back in shotgun formation.
Yep, it's trying to catch up on numbers, Andy. Panagra rolls to his right, back to pass, looks left, screen play. Picked up and falling right away was number 86, Henry Camacho for the Novans. Yeah. So the Novans will have to punt now, Andy.
Yeah, Camacho kind of stumbled over his own feet there. Had some decent blockers, but it looks like Cumberland had enough defenders over there that would have prevented a first down anyway. And punt situation, a first punt for Woonsocket this morning. And that's exactly what Cumberland needed. After their own 3-and-out and after the mishap on the opening kickoff, they needed a good defensive stand to set their offense up in pretty good field position.
Looks like Harrison Blaze, number 84, back to kick for the Novans.
Hey, keeping us guessing with these uniforms, aren't they?
That's all good. It's better than the salute to service game, so that's okay.
That is okay.
The ball is snapped. It's on the ground. The punt's not going to get off, and it's going to go down for a sack for the Clippers. And special teams right away coming into effect.
Absolutely. We've talked about it, and I mentioned it before. You know, special teams are going to play such a big role in this game. I mean, we've seen it all throughout high school football this year. And this morning already, a fumble, a blocked field goal, a mishandled punt snap, and we have 1st and goal for the Clippers on about the 6-yard line.
Well, you know, it did rain obviously heavily here in the Blackstone Valley. We were down in the field. It looked good, but maybe it's still a little wet. Ball coming off it. As Avia Santos is still in at quarterback, has King to his right, 2 receivers wide right. In the slot is Andrews. Clippers in their alternate gray, battleship gray jerseys with royal pants. High snap given to King. Still spinning, moving forward does Mike King. Maybe gets down to the 2-yard line. Will bring up 2nd and goal for the Clippers. I think this is just a power game right here, Andy, if you're the Clippers.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't expect to see more Michael King or even some sort of quarterback draw with Santos, who's not the biggest kid, but he is a strong runner between those tackles. So second and goal from about the 3-yard line.
And there's going to be a timeout on the field by Cumberland by signal by Mitch Foresti. And with that, we'll gather ourselves, try to grab numbers. We'll be right back.
Travel Advisors International has moved to Cumberland. The new address is 500 Mendon Road in Berkeley Commons, Cumberland. The same experienced travel professionals that you've trusted for more than 30 years are still with Travel Advisors International, and the phone number stays the same, 401-725-1234, 725-1234. Travel Advisors International has moved to 500 Mendon Road in Berkeley Commons, Cumberland. Phone number is the same, 725-1234. Travel Advisors International.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Brendan McGeer. Brendan, you were down there. Is the ground causing some issues for special teams?
Well, let me just say this. I wore my heavy-duty boots today, and I'm very glad I did because it is a little bit slick out there right now and might explain why we've seen some of these running backs struggle with their footing thus far.
Thank you, Brendan McGeer, reporter for the Woonsocket Call. You can read him tomorrow in the Call and every day in the Call. Clippers now come out full house backfield. A little Wildcat Andrews, and they're going to be some moving. False start on the offense. Andy, they put 3 backs in front of them, and that kind of blows that up. I kind of even wasted that timeout.
Yeah, it certainly did. And we had mentioned right before that timeout was called that we wouldn't be surprised to see Santos on some sort of draw, and that's exactly what we saw there. Had those backs blocking for him, and just got a little excited there. We would push things back to the 8-yard line, so second and goal from the 8 for the Clipper
I'd be remiss
offense.
if I didn't say hello to all the Barn boys up in Uxbridge. I'll usual Friday night get-together, the Stetson Shores boys as well. Loyal listeners here to ON football. Woonsocket Villanova football, I should say, as they're all Woonsocket graduates. A few North Smithfield guys thrown in there, but that's okay. So now we're going to get another whistle. Looked like somebody lined up in the neutral zone. It's going to be number 4 for Cumberland. Before the ball's even snapped, we're going to have a penalty on the Clippers. It's going to be on Ethan Ellis.
Going back 10 yards without a snap is not what Josh Lima would want for his Clipper offense, and it goes from second and goal from the 2 to second and goal from the 12. So that's a big difference here for Santos in the offense.
Santos still in a quarterback. 2-step drop, has plenty of time, being rushed, ball's away, and it's caught. Touchdown, Clippers! Santos to Jack Andrews, 13-yard touchdown pass. Credit the offensive line right there for Cumberland, Andy.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Santos did a great job of being very patient, but he was patient because of that offensive line, and he allowed Andrews to kind of squeeze behind those linebackers in an excellent pass from Santos, and it put 6 on the board for the Clippers.
On to attempt the extra point will be Andrews as well. I think I saw him parking cars out there a minute ago. No, they're going to go for 2.
They're going for 2, yep.
It's tie game 6-6. Why not? You got him on their heels. Snap. Avia Santos rolling to his right. Throws in the back of the end zone. And it's caught. And it's good. 2-point conversion is good. It goes to Matt Removich, the senior captain. 2-point conversion. Cumberland 8, Woonsocket 6. 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Your Christmas dinner or New Year's party will be an incredible hit when you serve either a smoked turkey, smoked ham, or prime rib that you picked up from Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue of Cumberland. Call Nicole today at 401-333-4440, 333-4440, and order 1 or all 3 today. Don't be left out. Pre-order your smoked turkey, smoked ham, or prime rib by calling Gotta Q Smokehouse Barbecue of Cumberland, 401-333-4440.
Welcome back to a wild beginning to our annual Thanksgiving Day Classic. Exciting. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Brendan McGeer is down on the sidelines with us. Dave Rich is down on the truck. We have some camera people. We'll give you their names momentarily. 7:20 remaining here in the first quarter, and we're off and we're running, as they say. Let's see if any special teams... Both scores are going to result in special teams gaps, Andy.
Exactly. Both coaches can't be pleased with those mistakes, but both capitalizing as well.
Andrews, little on skimmer down on the ground. It's picked up by one of the up men, and he's tackled immediately at the 40-yard line.
The bag of tricks today, huh? With the onside kick after the touchdown right there from Cumberland, and a nice job of recovering it by Woonsocket.
Huge crowd on hand. A lot of former Woonsocket Villanovan greats. You see former football players. As a matter of fact, speaking of Woonsocket greats, I think I see former Novan great Chris Girton here. That guy could really light it up, I'll tell you, Chris. Cumberland, a lot of alumni on the far side for the Clippers as well. It's a big, almost like a second homecoming game, Andy, Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, it absolutely is. The kids coming back and being able to watch their old team play means a lot to them, and see their old friends and families. Just an important day, great community day.
Novans take over 1st and 10. Ball given to Gomes. Now he heads north and south. We talk about being a north and south runner, and good hard running by Emmanuel Gomes as he kind of went stuck and he cut it upfield. Good job by him.
Oh, we expect him to run between the tackles, and he's quick enough and athletic enough to take it to the outside. And he had probably a 3 or 4 yard game, but by just juking it outside, he picked up another 6 or 7 and picks up a first down inside Clipper territory at the 49.
Also, shout out to one of our loyal listeners, Louise Moore of North Smithfield, who listens to us every single week. She listens to the Morning Fun Show as well. Joe Callahan. Happy Thanksgiving to Louise and all our friends in North Smithfield as well. Penagua now standing back at his 45. 1st and 10 Novans. Moving right to left. Home maroon uniforms, white pants. Back to pass. Ball's tipped out front. It's going to go as an incomplete pass. Pass was intended for number 21, who we don't have on our roster, so we'll figure that out as well.
Yeah, and even if he caught that ball, the Clippers did a great job of swarming the would-be pass receiver. And it's almost unfortunate that he dropped that, because he probably would have been hit behind the line of scrimmage. So it brings up 2nd and 10. And, I am impressed with this crowd today. And on both sides, Clipper fans traveled well. You can see both of those bleachers are pretty much filled to capacity of the lines of people on the fence. And, people look forward to this. Thanksgiving morning is a part of their tradition.
You leave the Northeast and they think you're crazy when you talk about Thanksgiving Day football. Penagua staying in his own 45, rolls to his left, plants, throws, balls away, and it's going to be short. And the field is a little slippery with Penagua through that, as Jake Kopaz and Jalen Reynolds are putting pressure on Penagua, and they slipped a little bit down there, Andy, so maybe it still is a little slick. As the sun hits it a little bit, it may start to loosen up a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised, and you're absolutely right. Both the quarterback and the receiver, and the receiver especially coming out of his break, it's very hard to plant that strong foot and to turn around effectively, and we saw that there. And it brings up 3rd and 10 for Woonsocket at the 49-yard line of the Clippers.
So from one of our, speaking of Novan alumni, Tommy Breen, happy Thanksgiving from the class of 79, former football player here, Tommy. So thanks, Tommy.
You know
for
everyone.
That. Well, I don't know everyone. I just know the important people. I know you. That's all that matters. Penagua, back to pass. Ball's thrown over the middle. It's going to go incomplete. Pass was intended for Kevon Davis, wearing number 23 today, and he got tangled up with one of the linebackers for the Clippers, and so it'll be 4th down Novans. Good coverage by Luke Colomi on that play.
Yeah, excellent coverage right there. For a linebacker to cover a kid like Kevon Davis, that's a tall task at hand. He did a nice job. He turned his head at the very last second there. There was a little bit of contact, but often the officials just look for that head turn down the field, and he did a nice job there. And it brings up the 2nd punt. Let's see if the Woonsocket Novans can get this one off.
So special teams worked out well the last time for the Clippers. It's a good snap, and the ball is away. Andrews at his 20 takes it. Good downfield coverage, and going nowhere is Andrews. Great downfield coverage by the Novans. We'll be right back after this.
The kitchen is more than just a place where you cook. Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center believes its real function is bringing together the family. It's where you will cook, entertain, have kids do their homework, and most importantly, create long-lasting memories. Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center has years of experience in kitchen design and remodeling. They'll take your kitchen from the place you microwaved last night's leftovers to the hub spot of your home. Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center, McDonald's Plaza, Menden Road, Cumberland, online at cumberlandkitchen.com.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Cumberland has the ball 1st and 10. Avia Santos still in at quarterback, the sophomore. Cumberland leading 8-6 with 6:08 remaining. Handoff given to King. Makes some running room, and there's a flag going to come. That's usually in the area of holding, Andy, if it comes from the side judge like that.
Certainly looks like it. That was the first time we've seen Avila Santos under center. He's been out of the shotgun early on today, and You know, Avila Santos early on this season took over for an injured Joe Leonard, who was in his second year as a starting quarterback. And had an excellent game, and I think it just got the coaching staff thinking that, hey, they might have something here. And so far, being able to see Avila Santos run this offense, he's rewarding them with some strong play.
It's going to be holding against the Clippers. It's going to negate what would have been close to a first down run from Mike King. Will bring up second down and Stetson Shaw's Maine. He's got a long way to go from where he is there.
He does have a long way to go now. 1st and 20 for the Clipper offense. Now, Woonsocket's defense was had a great first defensive stand and then had very short field position the next time around. So let's see what they have in store for the Clipper offense here. Here's Michael King on a toss.
Making a man miss. Good hard running by the senior Mike King. Gets the penalty yardage back, and he does King.
And he is the epitome of a north-south runner.
Yes,
big
he is.
Big kid. Lowers that shoulder, and he can drive an extra few yards. And he did a great job right there.
Second down and 10 for Cumberland, 8-6 lead, 5:19. He's Andy Tukin. I'm Marty Crowley. Brendan McGear is our field reporter. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody in the Blackstone Valley, to you and your families. And, you know, the football, we're going to Brendan for post-game, obviously, as well, to try to get some wins. But the turkey always tastes better if you win today, Andy.
Well, it's going to taste good for you and me, regardless.
Well, you were a former quarterback, so you should know that. Avila Santos getting flushed out of the pocket, has a man downfield trying to catch up to it. Holy cow, what a strong arm right there. That thing was a missile.
Yeah, and he had him open. He overthrew him only by about 3 or 4 yards, but a great job of rolling out of a broken down pocket and almost hit, looks like Michael Nocera coming back from an injury, almost hit him deep over the middle there. And it brings up 3rd and 9 for the Clipper offense. I am impressed with Santos thus far, just what he brings to this offensive group.
And good pressure up front by the Novans defensive line. And if I have these numbers correctly, it'd be a major miracle. Caleb Bryant was in there giving chase, along with the captain, Muhammad Sek, the linebacker. Henry Camacho also on that line for the Novans. 3rd down. Avila Santos rolling to his left, being chased from behind. Throws the ball out in the flat. It's caught by Removich. 1st down and then some. Rem out to the 40, 45, 50. Close to the 50-yard line, Matt Removich. Coach Josh Lima said pregame, Matt Removich is due for a big game today, the lone senior captain on this team.
Yeah, listening to Matt before the game just talk about how much this game meant to him. I'm not surprised to see him come up with a big 3rd down play right there. He had a great route on the outside and kept his feet in bounds and picked up an extra 10 yards because of it. And it may be a little blown coverage. He was wide open on the outside with a huge
zone coverage there, Andy, and he just kind of slipped through the seam.
He did.
And he went right to the sideline. A great play call by Coach Josh Leamer and the Clippers. Novans trying to get a stop here with 4:32 remaining in the first quarter. Cumberland has kind of grabbed momentum of this game after scoring that last play. Motion man, Andrews, jet sweep, being chased from behind. Andrews picks up a block, goes airborne at the 50, and he's knocked out of bounds by who else? Emmanuel Gomes. That kid's a football player.
Wow, that was a big-time hit there. That is for sure. He drilled him out of bounds.
You know what that was? He got walloped like that tree that took out the cash. Yes. A pine tree fell on the cash up in Maine. That's what he got hit, like a tree taking him out, just like that.
I was thinking the same thing, Marty. Absolutely. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Those old cartoons where you saw 2 trains running into each other, that was that right there. Avila Santos, ball near side hash mark, has King to his right. Shovel pass inside to King, just barely got it off. King lowers his shoulder pads and runs over people for a 1st down to the 38-yard line. Mike King, wow. Hello.
Yeah, he brought the punishment there. I loved how long Santos held on to that football. He knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew that he had to be patient to allow that hole to be open for King. Excellent job right there. 1st down for the Cumberland Clippers.
Clippers now, Novans jump offside, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to go on a hard count. Does Avila Santos, and Joe Leonard has yet to even be in the game yet, the strong-arm quarterback.
Yeah, we know he's been battling some injuries as of late, so healthy enough to play, but they might be just giving Santos a little bit more of the reins here at the end of the season. And plus, Santos' play right now is showing that he should be on the field.
Shovel pass to King. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, fighting for that first down marker. He might get it. Good pursuit by the Novan defense. And there's going to be a late flag, maybe some extracurricular stuff going on the sideline. Getting off the bottom of that pile for the Novans. Great tackle was Henry Camacho.
Yeah, you said it. Something's going on down there. I saw Josh Lima running towards the officials there. I think he was not pleased with something he saw coming from the Woonsocket players, and might be a personal foul on Woonsocket.
Well, this is a rivalry game. Everybody thinks that everybody's rivals are different. It all goes back to Woonsocket and Cumberland. You know, they have been playing for 54 years. Before this, Woonsocket played Barville for 10 years, and prior to that, they played Mount St. Charles for 17 years.
We're going to have offsetting personal foul penalties. And that's, you know, hopefully that's the last time we see it today. Like you said, you know, this is a rivalry. You're going to have those emotions going in the last game for many of these student athletes. But hopefully we can get away from that and just have that competition done legally on the football field.
Right, yeah, that's right. And you know what, there's always going to be, you know, that rivalry game where you play, and it's just, it is what it is. You know, you circle this date in your calendar right away. I was in the Woonsocket the house yesterday, and they have all the Thanksgiving Day scores up in 3 different places in there, so they know what's going on. A little different formation right now for the Clippers as it's going to be first down. Avia Santos comes back to the huddle, but they go Sangiri is now checked in to the lineup for Andrews. And he's got to his left. Looks like Malcolm Rollins. Handoff, heading upfield is number 32, who we don't have on our roster, Andy.
We do not.
And there's another flag coming in late. Some extracurricular activity. Helmet got knocked off. I'm going to sort this out. Cumberland guys going back to their huddle. It's going to go against Woonsocket. Mitch Foresti, the referee. What Cumberland has done here, though, offensively, Andy, there are a lot of different packages, guys in and guys out all the time.
Yeah, they certainly are. And this is they bring up a lot of the younger kids.
It's going to be a face mask, Andy, and it's going to be a 15-yarder, so a penalty on the Novans.
Can you believe this is still the first quarter? This 250. This is a slow first quarter.
A lot of penalties.
A lot of penalties.
And a lot going on. And don't forget, Cumberland was pushed back on this drive, Andy. They had 1st and 20 at one point from their 10-yard line.
Absolutely. They're working themselves into some good offensive sets, and they have 3 receivers stacked on the left side.
Avia Santos follows King's block. Quarterback draw. Has some running room. Getting outside. Turns the corner. Gets to the goal line. Does he get in? Touchdown, Clippers. Dante Avia Santos, a 12-yard touchdown run. Followed his fullback Mike King's block, and the Clippers have punched one in.
Yeah, great job. And they had the stacked receivers, but all that did was spread the defense thin. And he had wide open field on the left side there. Got great blocking from his wide receivers, and I don't even think he was touched. And a great drive starting from deep in their own territory from the Clippers, and they once again will line up and go for 2.
They scored from the 12-yard line last time. They scored from it again. They're going for 2 one more time here. Avio Santos in the shotgun, 3 receivers, wide right. And there's going to be another penalty, some movement on the Clippers with 2:40 here remaining in the first quarter, and Cumberland up 14-6. After this all gets sorted out, we will go down to Brendan McGeer once this does get all sorted out. Not yet, though. They're still going to go for 2, even though they're pushed back. Well, here's the other thing, too. At this point in the year, your playbook, you're using everything. There's nothing you're leaving in the tank, and all the special stuff you worked on, Andy, will come out here.
Oh, you might as well. You practiced it. You should use it. And today we're seeing it from both teams. Interesting formations from Cumberland, but that resulted in 2 scores. There's Santos with the ball.
Going deep in the end zone. Has his man. Feet down. The court. It's good. 2-point conversion is good. Caught by it looks like it's caught by Dylan White. Coming off the injury list, Dylan White, the junior wideout, one of the hardest working kids on the Cumberland team. 2-point conversion is good by Dylan White. It is now 16-6 Clippers. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Brendan McGeer, to see what's going on down there. Brendan.
Well, I can tell you, both you guys, that the little extracurriculars we had a little bit earlier on this drive, they weren't talking about where they're going to do for Thanksgiving. And on that key touchdown by Santos, got to give credit to Andrews for throwing a key block. As you said, Santos went to the end zone untouched.
Brendan, do you think at this point in time, you'd mentioned that Cumberland's line is starting to take over this game?
They're starting to assert their will, Marty. Remember, this drive, it initially started at the 18-yard line, was pushed back 10 yards with a penalty. So it started at the 9, marched all the way down the field, of course, aided by a couple personal fouls against Woonsocket, but very impressive drive with Santos onto center.
Thank you. That's Brendan McGeer, our sideline reporter. Andy doing a great job. Clippers 18, Novin 6, 2:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Yes, it's still the first quarter. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there in the Blackstone Valley. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. Kickoff is away on the ground. Taken at the 22. Oh, big block there. Still on his feet, still shuffling, still moving forward. That's a good job moving that ball forward out to about the 32-yard line. For the Novins is number 32, Tariq Mauricio.
This is a big offensive drive for Woonsocket. Being able to score on the first play of the game off of a fumbled kickoff put them up on the board, but we haven't seen much from their offense. So this is a big drive down, 18-6. Or 16-6, excuse me, at the moment.
It's 18-6.
Is it 18-6? Sorry.
Oh, it should be 16.
Should be 16. Yeah, 16.
Okay, that's a 6. I'm sorry. Okay, I was like, I'm looking at my thing going, it's 16-6. No, it's 18-6. No, it's 16-6. It is 16-6. Penagua, toss sweep. Gomes moving to his left, heading to the sideline. Good hard running by Gomes right there.
You said it, hard running. I love watching him hit the end there. He lowers that shoulder.
little yipping coming from the Novin bench there of guys who aren't even in uniform going on down there, and that's what Thanksgiving Day is about. Good tackle right there by Phil Coppolino, number 51 for the Clippers. Manuel Gomes, though, picks up 5 yards, most of it on his own on the toss sweep for the left. Novins, 3 guys wide left, 1 guy wide right. Gomes in the backfield. Penagua, handoff. Gomes slips, trying to move north, and he's going to be stacked up by Jalen Reynolds from his knees. Reynolds, also an all-state wrestler for the Clippers, just wrapped him up right there, Randy. And if you're going to tackle him, you got to tackle him low.
Yeah, excellent job right there. Reynolds, among others, just got low and pushed back Gomes, which is not an easy task. And at 3rd and 5, to be able to have some sort of time-consuming, maybe point-scoring drive here, Woonsocket is of great importance as we're winding down in the first quarter, 1:20 remaining.
Big 3rd down here for the Novins. Big drive, you said, Andy, for the Novins. If first down here, you can kind of keep in striking distance. And if you look at the far sideline, Joe Leonard is starting to throw a little bit. At some point, do you switch gears or do you go with the hot hand?
That's a great
Meanwhile,
question.
Handoff to the up back, still moving his feet and still driving his legs right there is Logan Coles, the freshman fullback, who you'll hear him at halftime in my interview with Coach Bebo. Coles is a big dude for a freshman. That brings up 4th and maybe 1. Are they going to give him the first down?
Oh, it looks like a generous spot right there. Gave him the first down. And a big first down right there from a very strong-looking freshman.
Yeah, he's a big dude, Logan Coles. As I said, I met with them up here a couple days ago. You'll hear that at halftime. And he just kept right on moving. Crowd is still continuing to file in here at Barry Memorial Field. But maybe the last game here at Barry. You never know. There's talk in Woonsocket of moving everything to the high school and building a complex at Cass Park. We'll see if that happens. Penagua now, the quarterback, has Gomes to his right. Penagua, 2-step drop. Ball looking for Davis. Has Davis. Oh, ball is defended by Jack Andrews. Had Davis right there. Good defense by Andrews, Andy.
Great defense. There was no safety help. That was man-to-man coverage. And when that ball left Penagua's hand, I thought he had him. But Andrews with great tracking ability and just off the fingertips and be able to knock that ball down, because that's a touchdown if that goes over his head.
You know what? That was reminiscent of Ricky Aspen back in his day, his athleticism right there. That was a great job by Jack Andrews.
I cannot keep up with all these names you're throwing out there. I don't know anyone.
I know quite a few people. Meanwhile, maybe a gain of 2.
Isaiah Holt on the reception there. Picked up, you said it, 2 yards, and it brings up 3rd and long for the Woonsocket offense.
So the first quarter will wind down. That'll be the last play of the quarter. When we come back to no one's will have 3rd and long. The score, Cumberland 16, Woonsocket 6. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
Atlantic Family Eye Care of Woonsocket is proud to announce they are now located in their new state-of-the-art office. They're in the same location, 2345 Mendon Road, and now they're on the top floor. Atlantic Family Eye Care offers comprehensive eye exams, emergency care, plus glasses made while you wait. Oakley, Maui Jim, Ray-Ban, and many other frames are available. Atlantic Family Eye Care offers convenient Saturday hours, and they pride themselves by being on time for your appointment. Look them up online at atlanticfamilyeyecare.net.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tuchkin, Brendan McGear. 16-6 Clippers. I'm trying to see if I can find Brendan down there somewhere. Brendan, let's go down to you. Your thoughts about that first quarter?
For the longest time, Marty, we didn't have as many. We had as many first downs as touchdowns, but both teams credit, they eventually caught up. And very, I would say, chippy first quarter, especially in the last drive to go by. But long one. Hopefully everyone is, those are not at this game. They are home preparing the food because I think a lot of people might be late for their dinner plans.
A little trickery going on. I couldn't describe that, as they are trying to go a little trickery right there with Kevon Davis and the Clippers right there. Waiting to throw it is a side judge right from the Woonsocket bench. They want him to throw that penalty. Coach Bebo and the rest of them. A little slick turf back there, throwing their hands up in dismay, thinking there's a little extra pushing going on. And both coaches have got to be smart about this at this point in time before they start to lose players. There's Charlie Bebo with the side judge talking. And there's going to be a timeout. They're going to bring both teams in now, much to the dismay of the crowd. That's a good job by Coach Mitch Foresti, the head linesman right there. Okay. Zach Mayman's talking to the Woonsocket bench. He probably shouldn't be doing that right now.
I think this is important for the officials to get this right and to realize that this is football. Like, kids need to relax. They need to understand that if you're gonna, if you want success, you need to do it between the lines. You need to do it the right way. And I think this is a good move by the officials. They're both explaining things to the head coaches and the players. And I think we can. I hope we can move on and just play a clean game here.
Yeah, it does get very emotional, Andy. Not as emotional as Charlie Tuddy when he waxes poetically. Boy, that Charlie Tuddy, he is a very emotional man. I've seen him say many, many wonderful emotional things, and let's hope that he keeps his emotions in check. Meanwhile, there's a short punt that is just going to fall flat and down by the Novans at the 38-yard line. Clippers will take over with 11 minutes remaining. We'll keep it here, Andy, and you got to make sure that you got to keep your emotions in check.
Yeah, absolutely. As you were just saying, extremely important to do that. And I think that starts with the coaching staff right now. The coaching staff, both sidelines, are I think, getting a little excited right now, and it seems like they're calming down the student athletes because they just need this is a good football game. Two well-coached teams that are coming out here trying to win the last game of the season, the 54th annual Thanksgiving Day game. And we had the Clippers coming out on offense, and Santos, no surprise, receiving that shotgun in a moment because he has been nothing but spectacular here throughout this first half.
4 receivers wide left. Empty backfield for Vio Santos, changing the signs. Woonsocket in cover 0, they're man-to-man. Bubble screen to Andrews, making one-man miss, and he got hit, and he's still moving forward. And hitting with a little purpose now right there was Emmanuel Gomes. But you wouldn't expect anything different other than that on Thanksgiving Day, though, Andy.
No, the feistiness is great as long as it's done the right way, and you love that emotion, and you should have that type of emotion between two teams like this who, they don't like each other. They want that. They want this last game of the season to go in their favor, and I expect nothing other than that in today's game. We both coach high school. We know what these rivalry games are all about. They're so important for both programs.
2nd and a long 8 for the Clippers. Ball on the 38-yard line. King, handoff, just running north and south. Mike King dragging Novans with them into Woonsocket territory. Goes Mike King Good hard running that time by King, and good push up front by the Clipper offensive line. Joe LaRock on that line.
And that was our
Jake
first.
Barrier, Jalen Reynolds.
And that was our first snap taken by Joe Leonard as Coach Lima is mixing things up right now. Looks like Santos is off the field and Leonard's taking the snaps from shotgun.
Leonard has Removich wide left, looking to the side for a sign. Mark Coppolino also on that offensive line, along with Cole Bulis. Excuse me, Cole Hooper, number 73. High snap. King gets the ball, moving north and south. King gets maybe about 3 or 4 yards.
Excellent job right there by the front four of Woonsocket.
King is down right away. They call for the trainers, and King is lying on the ground. It looks like one of the linemen on the ground. They'll take a knee. Well, they sort this out. We'll pay a bill. We'll be right back after we hear from E.A. Marco.
E.A. Marco & Son is a third-generation family business serving the greater Woonsocket area since 1906. They install heating and air conditioning systems for residential and commercial businesses, as well as sheet metal fabrication and installation. Their experience and attention to detail is unsurpassed. E.A. Marco & Son also features Carrier heating and cooling systems. A local family business, E.A. Marco & Son, corner of Social and Rathbun Streets, Woonsocket. Same location since 1966. 769-3642. E.A. Marco & Son.
Welcome back to Barry Field. A injured Clipper lies on the Woonsocket side of the field, right next to the top of the maroon W. Unsure who the Clipper is. The coaches are out there. Mark Levesque is out there. Another trainer is out there looking at him. Unsure of who it is. Unsure if Brendan would have any idea who it is. Brendan, any idea on who the injured Clipper is?
I can't see right now, Marty. He is lying on his back, but he is getting held up right now. It's number 56.
Jalen Reynolds.
Jalen Reynolds getting helped up by both the Woonsocket training staff and Cumberland. So looks like favoring that
left knee.
A little bit.
All right, thank you, Brendan McGear, our sideline reporter. Jalen Reynolds, kind of the anchor of this Clipper line. The junior, 6'2", 230, also a phenomenal wrestler for Coach Steve Gordon in the Cumberland wrestling program as well.
Yeah, he's the anchor of both offensive and the defensive lines for Josh Lima's Clippers there. He's a big body, and he's definitely favoring that left leg, so hopefully this is something that isn't too serious, as he is a big-time athlete here at Cumberland, as you had mentioned. And it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Cumberland, and it looks like Joe Leonard is running back out onto the field. And I wonder what's going through the coaching staff's mind. Santos is doing a great job running the offense, but Joe Leonard is a 2-year varsity starting quarterback. He's not your typical backup quarterback, so having him under center right now, I think is going to keep this offense moving.
16-6, 9:35 remaining. Handoff to King, trying to stretch it out. King maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and he got pancaked right there by Corey Brown, number 54 of the Novans, and number 25, Emmanuel Gomes.
Big-time tackles right there. King, the north-to-south runner, he tried to bounce that one outside, and no chance to get around that outside corner.
That's not his forte.
No.
Cumberland on the hurry up now. Leonard standing at his own 45. Empty backfield. Leonard, two-step drop over the middle. Wide open is Sangier. 30, 25. Horse collar down at the 20-yard line. Great job by Joe Leonard selling that like he was coming near side, Andy.
Well, he sure did, and he had Woonsocket. They bid on that. And Sangier's not someone that we see get too many passes thrown his way, but wide open on that.
Sangieri does not.
Wow,
does
wide
Kareem
open.
Sangieri, the 6'2", 200-pound junior. And once again, Cumberland is marching with 8:48 remaining here in the first half. Leonard, handoff. King turns it upfield, making men miss, and gets down to the 15-yard line. You see that part of the field, Andy. A couple of Novans slipped trying to tackle him as King put the brakes on and went back north and south.
Yeah, that's definitely the most worn-out region of this field. But in a great job right there by the Woonsocket defense after the big play to come back and be able to stop Michael King for a short gain. And we have Leonard still, but Santos now is out as a wide receiver, it looks like. Yep, set up wide right.
Removich Lone receiver to the left. Leonard throws. Removich, hook and ladder play to the lineman, trying to run people over. Maybe down to the 10-yard line was number 55, Jacob Farrier. They tried an old hook and ladder. I love the play call. It didn't work, though.
I love it, too. That's a lineman getting a hook and ladder. That is awesome. We don't see that too often, but that's Thanksgiving. You said it is a big bag of tricks, and you're going to see them all today. Removich with the pass catch. That was interesting. Third and, was that a first? He did pick up the first down right there.
So the Clippers will have first down. I see former Novan great Terry Withy out here. Boy, could that guy chop it when he has to. Terry Withy, former Novan great. Direct snap now to Andrews. Inside the 10, maybe down the 9-yard line.
That's a third Clipper taking the snap today. You don't see that too often. Not really the passing threat, but more of the wildcat formation.
That's what it's called, the Wildcat. Didn't the Dolphins run that once against?
They did.
against
and then it
the
became
Pats
all the rage, and then it kind of fizzled out. But we still see it in high school football, which is great.
Well, you could. Well, if you're athletic enough, you can do it. We have second down now.
Second
for
and
the
goal
Novans,
for
6:55 remaining. Leonard back in. Leonard, two-step drop, has a man wide open. It's thrown to Andrews, makes a man miss, heading for the pylon. Can he get there? He does. Touchdown, Clippers. Joe Leonard to Jack Andrews. 10-yard touchdown pass.
Great job by Andrews to shake off a would-be tackle. He tried to go too high. Got to go lower than that to tackle an athlete like Andrews. And another touchdown for Cumberland.
So Joe Leonard comes in for his one series, Andy, and he takes off with Dante Avila Santos, a 10-yard touchdown pass to the running back, John Andrews.
And once again, the Clippers are going for two.
Leonard still in at quarterback. That's Andrews' second touchdown of the day. Two-point conversion attempt is going to be good. Score Cumberland 24, Woonsocket 6. We'll be right back after this.
The small popular diners of the 30s and 40s are coming back. They're called retro diners. Corvette diners in the Art Deco style of the period. Here at 134 Providence Street, the concept never left. Good home-style food, generous portions at reasonable prices from Al's Place. Shepherd's Pie, baked ham dinner, chicken pie, ragu, meatloaf, American chop suey, special recipe meat pies, and more. Full breakfast served daily, including steak and eggs. Come back, enjoy the prices and the food at Al's Place, 134 Providence Street, Woonsocket.
Been to Al's Place on Providence Street many, many times with my friends, the Girton family of Collins Street. I've been to Al's Place. I live right around the corner there. Known for lots of good food. The Girtons have gone there quite a bit in their day. And I can't blame them, led by the chairman, former Woonsocket High School teacher Robert Girton. Very instrumental in putting up the sign that sits outside of Woonsocket High School, the chairman was. Meanwhile, back to live action here. The onside kickoff is recovered at the 45-yard line, where Woonsocket will take over. First and 10, up 24-6. Yeah, I don't know why he kicked the ball onside right there. Let's go down to Brendan McGeer, who was just talking with Ernie Brown, taking pictures. Brendan.
As we can like to promo ourselves here at the Woonsocket Call, we'll talk about pick up your Friday edition of the Woonsocket Call for great photos of today's game and game story by yours truly. And also, we're out there covering the Burrillville-Pontiac game with one John Baker that Marty Crowley knows pretty well, and Andy as well.
Thanks, Brendan. Ball's on the ground. It's going to come out, and Manuel Gomes recovered his own fumble right there, it looks like, or did he?
And it's Cumberland football.
Cumberland recovers it. Manuel Gomes got stripped right in front of us, and Cumberland will take over. Unsure who came up with the ball. Very excited, however, was number 57, Luke Colomi. Maybe he came up with the ball, and Cumberland will take over. Second turnover of the day for the Novans.
Yeah,
Andy.
I'm not sure who got their hand in there, but you know, Manny Gomes isn't someone who loses the football too often right there. So that's unfortunate for Woonsocket, and Cumberland takes over inside Woonsocket territory with Joe Leonard back at center.
Both teams have scored off of turnovers.
14-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ball's given to Andrews. Lowers his shoulder. Still churning out of bounds on the Woonsocket sideline. Does Andrews, and coming over to get him are his teammates. Good pickup that time for Andrews. Coach Charlie Bebo still working the officials. Something he saw he didn't like.
It looks like we have a penalty on Cumberland. This play is coming back.
Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Brendan McGear here, along with our crew. We got to give them a shout out. Paul, Josh, and Nicola here. Dave Richards running everything from the ON Command Center, the mobile command center, I should say, down in the truck. It's quite a setup that Dave has down there. Here on ON Radio, WON Woonsocket, Woonsocket Radio. You're listening to the annual Thanksgiving Day Classic between the Cumberland Clippers and the Woonsocket Villanovans. Leonard still in at quarterback, back to pass, has Removich wide open. Rem comes up with a catch, touchdown saving tackle right there by Kevon Davis. Removich, a big passing catch right there between Leonard and Rem.
Oh, excellent pass, excellent route by Removich. And just, right now, Cumberland doesn't matter who's playing center. Who's under center, excuse me. They're having some big-time success.
There was a flag way back at the Cumberland 35-yard line, however, Andy. Josh Lehman now is not happy. It's going to be false start on the Clippers.
And
I didn't even see that flag.
And I saw him point at Removich, so I actually think it was maybe that's why he was behind the defense by so much.
Well, that would make sense.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? So
unless I was standing out there by myself and being covered by Cosmo Donito, I wouldn't have been so wide open.
Of course, Cosmo. Why not?
So first and probably Manville right now for the Clippers as the ball is at their own 35-yard line. You hear the Novan band in the background playing away.
At the band playing, the cheerleaders dancing. This is a great morning football game.
High school football at its best. So Joe Leonard still in at quarterback now. Novans send the rush after him. Screen pass caught by Removich, making one-man miss. Coming near side 40, lowers his shoulder, tries to stiff arm, and thrown out of bounds right there. Good hard tackle that time by the Novans. Good defense, I should say, by the Novans number 33, Justo Colon on the tackle.
Excellent tackle right there in the sideline. Looked like he had some blockers in front of him. However, wrestled down to the ground, and it brings up 2nd down.
And about 18, Andy, from the 45-yard line. 5:25 remaining here in the first half. And right there, I think jumping into the neutral zone is Alberto Cedeno. It looks like Terrell Durden is wearing number 56. And Mitch Foresti changed his call. The side judges talking out of the Woonsocket bench. Coach Patrick Pass down there as well, the defensive coordinator here for the Novans, former NFL football player. Charlie Bebo, longtime friend of the program. I've known Charlie a long time. Good man here. Grew up in Woonsocket, very associated with the Woonsocket Redskins and Woonsocket youth football is Charlie. Leonard slips back to pass. Ball's thrown, and it's almost picked off. Two guys were in the same side, but a flag's going to come down. I don't know if that's going to be a pick play, Andy, or pass interference on Woonsocket. Isaiah Holt, the sophomore, was over there.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it could have been either. It did look like there was some contact before the ball got to the receiver, waiting for the call here. But it looks like we are moving down the field, so if it is pass interference, and it is.
It remains 2nd down, though, Andy, so they got that penalty yardage and then some back now. It brings up 2nd and 8. However, it took away that big gain from Leonard to Removich, which would have been a first down deep inside Woonsocket territory with 5:09 remaining here in the second quarter. Andy Tukin, Marty Crowley, Brendan McGear, 54th annual Thanksgiving Day game between Woonsocket and Cumberland. Shovel pass. Oh, good defense that time right there by Henry Camacho, number 86, and Charlie Peralta, number 12 for the Novans. They sniffed that out. Good job by the Novan D, Andy.
They were not fooled in the least right there. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Cumberland, who's had success on 3rd down throughout this game.
I would say that my friend Tom Gurton, who also played linebacker here for Woonsocket High School, would have made that play, but I don't think Tom would have been that quick.
No.
I can heckle my friends on the air, can't I?
Yeah, and it's the truth. I don't think he would have been quick enough.
Thomas is a wiffle ball savant, or he thinks he's a wiffle ball savant. Nowhere, he doesn't have the skills that his brother Tony has on the wiffle ball.
I've seen some of those pictures. Those are intense.
Meanwhile, back to real live action here. Leonard, shotgun, back to pass, being rushed. Ducks the ball. Oh, how he got out of that, I don't know. Leonard making something out of nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. He made 5 Novans miss. Wow. He got back to the original line of scrimmage. He ducked the ball under his arm.
Yeah, that was the most impressive 1-yard run I've seen in a long time. Is he ducked away from 5 or 6 would-be tacklers and somehow got past the line of scrimmage and picked up a yard. Nonetheless, it's going to bring up 4th down, and I think we're going to see the punt unit for Cumberland, with Kevon Davis waiting around his 15-yard line to receive it from John Andrews.
3:40 remaining here. Andrews standing at about his 43-yard line. Back at his inside the 20 is Kevon Davis, who, you know what, we haven't really called Kevon Davis's name a lot today, Andy. And in the past, for us to be successful, it's a fake. They sniffed it out as they pulled Davis up. Looking to the right. Andrews has the first down and then some. 30, 25, 20, 15. Good job by Andrews. And it's funny because Davis was back. Yes. They were waving him up. They knew it was coming. But because of Andrews' speed, he turned the corner. First down, Clippers.
Oh, they knew it was coming. It was not a well-designed fake off the premise, but the Woonsocket didn't have anyone on that side of the field, even though they knew there was a fake coming.
No, they didn't. Special teams, and right now, Coach Bebo talking to his guys. That's when you got to stay contained, or you got to stay where you're supposed to be. It's tough to kind of do that when you don't have something that's coming there. 3:11 here now remaining in the quarter. Back out under center, at quarterback, now is Dante Villasantos. And, the 2 quarterback thing, it seems to be working for Cumberland. Why aren't you going to change at this point in time? Shotgun, Villasantos lowers his head and goes. Good tackle by Logan Coles right there. Great stop by Logan Coles. He really landed on him pretty good right there.
Yeah, he sure did. Good tackle. And we have Santos still under center. This combination of Leonard and Santos has just worked wonders for Cumberland so far today.
King back in the left. Trying to draw him offside. 3 receivers wide right. Turn to the bench. Removich, the lone receiver out here. Split wide left. King now moves to the right of Villasantos. Thrown to the end zone. Removich. Great defensive play. Ball was knocked away right there by number 7. Looks like Nasa Viasek for the Villanovans. Good defensive play right there for Woonsocket.
Oh, excellent defensive play. Just got his fingertips on that football. Removich with it. Excellent. That's his 2nd or 3rd time I've noticed him just run a great route. I'm not surprised he was open there, but a great job coming back to the football by the defensive back. And it brings up 3rd and they can get a first down, it looks like, so it'll be both 3rd and 7.
2:26 remaining here in the first half. Villasantos back to pass. Good coverage. Throws deep in the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Cumberland. Ethan Ellis, the junior, in the back of the end zone with the touchdown pass. And credit of Villasantos for keeping that play alive. And Cumberland has extended their lead.
We sure have. And Santos right there, that was probably his 3rd or 4th option. He did a pump fake, and he looked down out at the flat, noticed his running back was covered, and then he just waited for those receivers to come back to the football. And a great job by Ellis in the corner of the in the end zone there. And another touchdown from the Clippers.
So on to kick the extra point is Andrews. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up and good. No, it's no good. It was short. It was short. So 30-6, Cumberland. We'll be right back after a couple of messages.
Remember when buying new insurance was easy? Not like today with all the high pressure and fast talking. Remember when you went into an insurance agency and they treated you with respect? At Hunter Insurance, you'll find the courtesy and politeness of those early days, but you'll also find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance. For 15 years, the best insurance value in Northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
Thunder Mist Health Center is your state-of-the-art primary care facility for the whole family, including behavioral health as well as dental care. Thunder Mist Health is open at convenient hours, including Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night until 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Thunder Mist Health has its own pharmacy right on premises, which means reduced costs for their clients. And Quick Care is open 7 days a week. Thunder Mist Health Center, 450 Clinton Street, Woonsocket, 767-4100. Other locations in Warwick and South County. No one is ever turned away.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Brendan McGeer down on the sidelines. Huge crowd here on hand for the sun-drenched Barry Field. Parking lot is full, stands are full. Oh, it's a little pooch kick. Called for a fair catch and run over, and that's going to be a penalty, I believe so. He put his hand up, and he signaled a fair catch, Andy.
Yeah, I saw that as well, and there's the flag. It comes out, as it should.
Yeah.
You know, the bag of tricks that Lima has today with this is a third or fourth separate kind of onside kick. That was a little pooch kick there. But definitely saw that hand go up, so the correct call by the officials.
It's heard from my friend Tom Gurton, who was a little miffed that I said he didn't have the athletic talent to make that play. He was a former linebacker here from the Socket Villanovan's, but Tom's game is probably called rock can, is Tom's best athletic attribute.
And you know, over time, like you feel like you're a better athlete as you get older, and like your stories become like more ridiculous.
Well, not Thomas. Thomas was truly a good football player here for the Novans. In fact, his daughter is going to be a Division I soccer player.
Excellent.
Playing at Marist College, plays out of North Attleboro. And they're actually going to the Super Bowl. The young man she's dating is a quarterback on a North Attleboro football team. So Peterson is his name. So good luck to them as well. Novans take over 1st and 10 here, 2:13. Big drive for Woonsocket. They defer to the second half. Penagua back to pass. Ball is tipped at the line by Reynolds. Excuse me, by Sangari, who got his hand up.
Yeah, a great job right there. We called his name on offense with that long catch he had earlier in the contest, and here he just puts one of those big mitts on that football. You had mentioned Reynolds' name. That's a guy we have not seen back in a football game, so we're hoping that injury is nothing serious. Maybe just will keep him out for the rest of today's contest.
Second down and 10 now for the Novans. Motion man coming to the left. Penagua back to pass. Good protection up front. Screen play. Gomes picks up a block and then some. 30, 25 near sideline. Still moving his feet. 4 Clippers. That's good hard running right there by Emmanuel Gomes, Andy. He just kept his feet churning the whole time.
Yeah, he sure did. He kept those feet moving. I was watching the quarterback there running, having a conversation with the head coach, seeing what the next play will be like. He seemed really excited how well that one worked out.
1:52 remaining in the first half. Novans trying to put a score on the board. You know, Novans get a score and you come back and get another one. You get yourself a ball game. Right now you're down by 3 scores. 30-6. Penagua back to pass. Ball's up. It's in the end zone. It is incomplete. Ooh. Good defensive play there. Pass was intended for Kevon Davis, and we've seen Woonsocket score on that play multiple times with Kevon Davis' athleticism. Cumberland put the safety over the top, Andy, and good job by the Clipper defense.
Yeah, they've been trying to get him the football any way they can, and threw in the double coverage right there. But just a good defensive play by the safety for the Clippers. And you said it, scoring right now is of great importance for Woonsocket because their defense is not showing the capability to stop Cumberland's offense today. So they're going to have to start matching them touchdown for touchdown.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Novans with 1:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Penagua back to pass again. Good protection up front. They're rolling towards it. Now it breaks down. Sangier on the tackle. Sangier, the first one to get to him, along with Lloyd Griffin. Good job right there by Kareem Sangieri.
Yeah, excellent job by Kareem to get to the quarterback. And as a quarterback, you got to have it in your head that you have a clock, and after a certain amount of time, you got to get rid of that football. And right there, it just wasn't done.
He rolled the same way, as the pressure came. Third now and about 20. Ball is at the 30-yard line. 30-6 Cumberland. Under a minute to go here in the first half. There's a timeout on the field. Coach Charlie Bieber will come out and talk to his offense. With that, we'll take one, too, and hear from everybody's favorite family restaurant.
People keep raving about everybody's favorite family restaurant. One person says the food is flat out fantastic and they have the best home fries in the area. Another person says, I highly recommend the bacon omelet. For breakfast and lunch, everybody's favorite family restaurant offers all your favorites, plus lunch specials and daily blackboard specials. Why pay more for less when everybody's favorite family restaurant gives you more for less? Everybody's favorite family restaurant, 1370 Menden Road in Cumberland.
The Novin Band bringing us back here to Berryfield in Woonsocket, Rhode Island at Park Square, right? Our Lady Queen of Monmouth's Church, right now our home base at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Streets. You listen to high school football on WON Woonsocket, 1240 Woonsocket Radio and Television. I got that right now. It took me about 17 times the other day to make that take from the radio. Thank God Dave Richards is a patient man back in the studio. We mentioned there were games played last night. We'll have our out-of-town scoreboard. We'll also talk with Brendan McGarry at halftime. We're going to have Brendan back up here in the press box with us if Brendan can make his way back, and the three of us will talk. We'll also hear from Woonsocket coach Charlie Bebo. Here's a flea flicker, wide open, and it's going to work. Touchdown, Novins! They tried that play earlier in the game. Kevon Davis with the touchdown pass to number 21, Isaiah Holt, and the Novins on the board.
Oh, just an excellent play call right there. Cumberland got a little excited on the outside, saw the screen pass and thought it could come up and tackle, and just a great job by Davis to a wide open receiver, and a huge score for Woonsocket with 39 seconds remaining.
All right, 23-yard touchdown pass from Davis to Holt. With 39 seconds remaining, the extra point is good. So it's now 30-13. Scoring started on a fumble recovery in the opening kickoff. Zach McIntyre fell on to give the Novins a 6-0 lead. A 12-yard touchdown pass from Avia Santos to Jack Andrews. And a two-point conversion from Santos to Removich put the Clippers up 8-6. Clippers went up 16-6 on a 12-yard TD run from Avia Santos. The two-point conversion, Santos to White, and Dylan White in the back of the end zone was good. And that's all the scoring in the first quarter. Second quarter, Clippers with 6:41 remaining, a 10-yard touchdown pass to Jack Andrews from Joe Leonard. Put the Clippers up 24-6. Two-point conversion was good by Mike King. And a 10-yard touchdown pass, extra point failed from Avias Santos to Ellis in the back of the end zone. Put the Clippers up 30-6. And a 23-yard touchdown pass from Kevon Davis to Isaiah Holt. Extra point was good, and we're at 30-13, Andy, with 39, so easy for me to say, 39 seconds remaining here in the first half. Good kick. Taken at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Has some running room. One man to beat. He's on his way. There is no flag on the ground. This could be a touchdown, Clippers. A 95-yard touchdown return for the Cumberland Clippers. Number 32, who is not on our roster.
Well, whoever it is, what an excellent return. Great blocking from the special teams there for Clippers. And after giving up that touchdown at 39 seconds ago, that is how you match it. Wow, what a return.
You know what? I haven't seen a return like that since Tim Egan did one back in New Jersey when he was in high school. That was a great run back right there by number 32, whoever he is. We'll try to get his name at halftime.
And for Woonsocket, that's got to be demoralizing. You know, they're sideline started to come alive after that touchdown pass from Davis. They noticed, hey, we get the ball at half. This could be good. However, you got to prevent those special teams touchdowns. And the extra point from Andrews is up, and it is good.
So just like that, it's 38-13. Brendan, thoughts on that?
Unbelievable, Marty. I mean, we just talked about how Woonsocket got a little bit of momentum, a little trick play. Not the first gadget play we've seen here in the first half, but what an answer by the Clippers here, and very entertaining first half.
Thanks, Brendan. Brendan, we'll come up here at halftime and join Andy and I. The three of us will talk up here after we also hear an interview from Charlie Beeble about his thoughts coming into this game with 24 seconds to go. 37-13 Clippers. If you woke up this morning, would you have thought that this would have been a high-scoring game?
Probably yes. When I woke up this morning, I did, and this is what these two teams do. And Cumberland had that high-powered offense with Santos and Leonard both contributing today. And Woonsocket had put together some good contests leading up to this game. So this is to be expected. The little bit of feistiness, the high-scoring games, the tricks that are going on. You gotta love it.
So the Novans now will kick off. The Clippers will kick off with 24 seconds remaining. And this one's on the ground. It's been a myriad of kickoffs here for the Clippers. It's been up, it's been down, and Woonsocket will take over with 24 seconds remaining here in the first half. I'm trying to write and talk at the same time.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on, kind of like an MD Gladiator. I don't know if I can keep up with all this stuff.
Did you just refer to yourself as a gladiator?
No, I'm not. I'm not a gladiator in any sense of the imagination. I'm trying to write down. I'm trying to find out who number 32 is. Looking on rosters online. We will have an out-of-town scoreboard update as well. Looks like the Novans will throw one more play here. Panagua in the backfield has Davis in the slot left. Gomes behind him. This time Davis keeps the ball. A flag's going to come, and that might be a block in the back here. Coach Bebo not happy with that call. Right in front of him as well. And that's going to come back and negate a big gain with 17 seconds remaining here in the first half, Andy.
Yeah, right in front of the official. Kind of an easy call for him to make. And at this point, with limited time, 17 seconds remaining and a good 75 yards to the end zone, I wouldn't be surprised if Woonsocket
maybe takes a knee here.
Maybe takes a knee or just does a running play up the middle. You don't want anything negative to happen and give Cumberland a scoring opportunity.
Shout out to my good friend Jeff Fagnan, who lives in Escondido, California, from Woonsocket. Grew up on Park Avenue. A good friend Jeffrey listens to us every week, and we get Jeff listening out there in California. Good morning out there on the West Coast, Jeffrey. Meanwhile, handoff going nowhere. Still fighting for his feet, though, is Emmanuel Gomes. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Gomes still running hard. And this will run out the half. Whereas the first half winds down here. The score, Woonsocket 13, Cumberland 37. The Clippers with a 24-point advantage. We'll be right back after this.
We've been telling you for some time about how wonderful the experience of purchasing new granite countertops for your kitchen or bathroom is at Countertops by Superior. Bill and his team want you to feel like you're their only customer. Here's what one woman said about the process.
Overall process was smooth and painless. Bill and his staff were punctual, professional, knowledgeable, and provided outstanding customer service. My new countertops are absolutely beautiful.
Great experience from beginning to end. Enjoyed mapping out the counters with Bill. Installation went very smoothly.
If you're thinking of adding value to your home, consider new granite countertops from Countertops by Superior. Bill and his team offer free in-home sales quotes and no obligation. And the Countertops by Superior quote is a complete all-inclusive quote. There's no hidden charges, and the price reflects what it will cost to complete the job start to finish. Countertops by Superior, 840 Cumberland Hill Road, Woonsocket. Passion for stone, passion for service.
When you're in the mood for great pizza, remember this number, 765-6000. That's Elm Street Pizza, featuring a big variety of toppings and combinations like their meat combo, Mexican pizza, and veggie pizza. Order small, medium, or large pizzas. Elm Street Pizza serves pasta dinners, calzones, grinders, salads, wraps, and wings. Remember that number, 765-6000. Elm Street Pizza, you can taste the difference.
Are you getting the best insurance coverage possible? Why not find out by calling the Eston and Richard Insurance Agency? They're affiliated with many of the best insurance companies in America, financially sound and competitive, so they'll get the best rates and coverage for your needs. They insure homes, automobiles, condos, apartment houses, and businesses, including restaurants and service stations. Call Eston and Richard at 766-4200 or stop in at 342 Park Avenue, Woonsocket. Eston and Richard.
About athleticism, I just sprinted up the bleachers. That was good work for me, huh?
You were like dodging some tacklers. That was impressive.
We promised you this at the tip of the game, so as the Cumberland cheerleaders are performing, it is 37-13 Clippers with a 24-point lead. I had the chance to talk to Charlie Bebo a couple days ago on some of his captains. Here's that interview. Charlie Bebo and a myriad of Villanovans, senior captain Kevon Davis, senior captain Mohamed Sek, junior captain Emmanuel Gomes, junior quarterback Haraldi Penagua, I think I said that right, and freshman linebacker, running back Logan Coles. Let's start with Coach Bebo. Coach, coming into the season, a first-year head coach, one of the youngest in the state. You've done a great job with this program, turning it around. I know you only have 2 wins. It's not what you had hoped for. But the effort was there. The sign outside your door says effort. Talk about the effort of your squad this season.
I think we started off, obviously we were later than every other team in the state. I got the job one day before the season, so we didn't really have an off season. I think the kids did a phenomenal job buying into what we were teaching. Like I said, we were competitive in every game this year, and that's what our goal was. Compared to last year, it was a rough year. But I think the effort level was phenomenal this year. These kids gave me everything they have, and hopefully we can do this one more time on Thursday.
You know, the program is heading in the right direction. It's about effort. Look at the Rogers game. You guys were down 21-0 before you could even blink an eye at it, right? Next thing you know, you're right back in the game, and that's part of the effort and the determination that your team has showed and resiliency all year.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down 26-0 at halftime, there's not really a speech you got planned for it. And, there's no one play you can get 26 points in, so we did a great job at, just taking it one play at a time. The kids believe that we can come back, and scoring 40 points in a half is something pretty good to keep rolling on. So hopefully that momentum carries into this week.
Another thing, you and I had an email this week. We talked about, being an alumni here at Woonsocket, how much the job means to you. And I think it's important that not only you, but Coach Cordier, another Woonsocket alumni on staff, talk about, what that means to you and to the guys.
Every coach on our staff is an alumni besides Patrick Pass. But I think it's something for these kids to be able to see. A lot of in Woonsocket these days, a lot of the families aren't from Woonsocket, so they don't know the history between the rivalry. So it's good to have the coaches to be able to relay the message on how the rivalry really was, how it is, and how we have to end this streak real soon.
All right, now I'll start with the players. Speaking of rivalry, I have to make sure I wore nothing from Cumberland today because I would have got jumped as I left here. No royal blue. I have a royal blue hat on. I apologize for that, right? Let's start with the freshman, Logan Coles. Logan, a great year. We've watched you a couple games we've had where you've really got to hit some people. We've been very, very impressed by that, by your defensive effort. Your first Thanksgiving Day, thoughts going into your first Thanksgiving Day rivalry game?
Knowing the rivalry is just you want to come out there and do everything you can to help the team win and play your heart out. That's really it.
Also being a freshman, coming into a new system, a new coaching staff, a new system, you've definitely seen the growth and matured in your time here this season. Talk a little about that.
It's great to see that all these kids, they had a rough year last year, and it's tough coming back from that, but everybody's here just trying to work, get better every day, come out, get some wins on the season.
Now go to junior quarterback Haraldi Penagua. I almost said that right. Your first year as a signal caller, and the one thing that really has impressed us about you is your maturity of you getting your reads down. Talk about how you think you progressed and how the team has progressed offensively over the course of the year.
I mean, coming in as basically a rookie, never thrown a ball, third year playing football, started my freshman year. It's tough. I started off as a wide receiver, had 1 year training of that, to just go right back to quarterback, one of the biggest position on the field, from reading, from drop steps to throwing, from reading defense, pre-snaps, knowing all 11 people's jobs on the field is really tough. But all I can hope is for the best on Thursday, and come next year, I know I'm going to be prepared.
Coach talked about the off season as well, and I'm glad you said that because having a staff under your belt for a year, and the offseason should go easier for you. Now to the three captains. We'll start with junior running back Emmanuel Gomes, who every time you touch the ball, you're like a wrecking ball, and we'd love to watch you run and going through the line. Talk about Thanksgiving Day for you and what it means to be a junior captain.
Well, on Thanksgiving, our whole team is going to move at 100 miles per hour, and Cumberland's going to know hit them. And it's a big responsibility to be captain and make sure everybody's doing what they have to do.
You know, we were talking about what Manny Saballo said last year. You kind of remind me of him. You guys are already in the game zone, which is awesome. And now we have the two senior captains who will be wearing the Villanova uniform for the last time. A rather large individual, Muhammad Sek, a lineman and a linebacker who also plants people defensively and offensively as well. Muhammad, talk about what it's meant to you to wear this maroon and white Villanova uniform for your 4 years here.
I started here since I was, as long as I remember, I was always lived there in Woonsocket, always representing maroon and white. And just realizing that on Thursday is going to be my last game really hit me hard because all I known is Woonsocket, tough. And I learned the rivalry, and I'm excited for the game on Thursday.
And now to one of the most athletic guys that we've seen this year, running back, wide receiver, safety, Kevon Davis. You know, we saw a couple of spectacular plays from your quarterback to you, leaps in the end zones. Your athleticism is something to watch, and it's a pure joy to watch. What does it mean to be part of this Novan family, and you get to come out of the hut one more time with your brothers?
I mean, it really means a lot because, like, the coaches, from the coaching staff, definitely Coach Charlie, like, he does everything for us, like, his time, like, I don't even really know what to say because, like, this year has been crazy, and all we did was just stick together, and we did the best we could. So, like, this game would really mean a lot because, like, the past, 4 years, like, that we've been here, we haven't really, like, had the chance to know what it felt like to win this rivalry. And now we have the chance, and this will be the last time we put on the jersey, so everything should be at 100% and just give our all because we never know what could happen. And it just went by so fast, so just got to be prepared.
It's well said, Kevon Davis and the rest of the Woonsocket players. I'll end up with Coach. Coach, you know, obviously a testament to Woonsocket history. A very good friend of mine, a man I grew up with. You know, the impact that Coach Nasuti still has on you that gets passed down to the guys. Talk a little bit about the impact that George has had on you in the program.
Like I said, I grew up being best friends with George's son. George had a great influence on my life as not even just a coach, just a second father. You know, it means the world to me that I got the job, and every single day I come in here, if you can see one of the first things you see is to have respect, get respect. I made a point to put that in the locker room this offseason so these kids have something to learn about. You know, what George's legacy means to this program is something that I can only pray that I can actually have something close to even that. You know, yesterday, 10 years to yesterday was my last Thanksgiving Day game. It meant the world to me that we actually won it. Like I said, I have Coach Cordier on staff with me, Coach Gilbert. We all played in that game together. You know, I posted the picture to these guys' team page the other day of us holding up the trophy because I still have it as my screensaver. Yeah, like I said, this game means everything to this program, and I know George is looking, Mr. City's looking down on us, hoping that we get this dub before him.
Well, the Novans will be ready. Charlie Bebo, Kevon Davis, Mohamed Sek, Emmanuel Gomes, Haraldi Penagua, and Logan Coles hopefully bring home a victory for the Novans. We'll be right back after this.
It's time to make your workout personal. And where can you do this? At the Gym LLC, 2168 Diamond Hill Road, across from the Social Security office in Woonsocket. The Gym LLC, where fitness is personal. All sorts of gym classes are available at the Gym LLC, like spin classes, group exercise class, Pilates, yoga, step class, and for you more advanced people, boot camp. It's the Gym LLC. Visit them online at thegymllc.com or visit them on Facebook as well. Call the Gym LLC at 475-6000, 475-6000. It's the Gym LLC, where fitness is personal. Team Kathy Bain-Farrell with Remax Town & Country in the Dave's Marketplace Plaza in Cumberland is exactly who you need when looking for real estate or when you need to sell. Kathy and Chris of Remax Town and Country, your hometown experts, work together as a team to get you the results you're looking for. Call Team Kathy Bain Farrell today at 401-333-0020. That's Team Kathy Bain Farrell with Remax Town and Country in the Dave's Marketplace, Diamond Hill Road, Cumberland, working twice as hard to get the job done.
Well, here we are, Thanksgiving Day. You prepare for the gathering of family and friends, but remember, if you need anything, it's comforting to know that your nearby Little General Store is open even today, ready to help if your son used all the salt on his science project, or if you were sure you had a can of cranberry sauce in the closet, but you can't find it now. Remember, whether it's Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day, your nearby Little General Store is open all day when you need them most. Little General convenience stores. There's one near you.
E.A. Marco & Son is a third-generation family business serving the greater Woonsocket area since 1906. They install heating and air conditioning systems for residential and commercial businesses, as well as sheet metal fabrication and installation. Their experience and attention to detail is unsurpassed. E.A. Marco & Son also features Carrier heating and cooling systems. A local family business, E.A. Marco & Son, corner of Social and Rathbun Streets, Woonsocket. Same location since 1966. 769-3642. E.A. Marco & Son.
Welcome back to Barry Field. You're looking at us if you're watching on television right to left. Andy Tukin, Brendan McGee, Almighty Crowley. We're at halftime of the 54th Annual Thanksgiving Day Classic. Brendan, thanks for coming up here and joining us in the booth. And observations from the first half, Brendan.
I thought one thing that stood out to me, guys, was about the way that the footwork of the Cumberland wide receivers, how they were able to tiptoe the end zone. We saw that on a couple of occasions, and that's the reason why that the Clippers are enjoying pretty sizable lead here at the half, I think.
And, I think that, how do you think the two quarterback system is going for Cumberland? Andy said he thinks it's doing a good job in throwing them off. Your thoughts?
I have to agree. After we saw Santos predominantly for the first quarter, Josh Lima sprinkled in, the senior, Joe Leonard, 2-year starter. He's had a couple nice drives, and it's kind of been a timeshare situation here in the second quarter, and we'll have to see if it continues here in the second half.
Yeah, both quarterbacks just bring a different aspect of an offensive football game. Santos the athlete, Joe Leonard a good pocket passer, but both having a lot of success today.
You look down now at the north end zone, the west end zone. Charlie Bebo trying to get his guys, slapping him, getting him up with 2.5 here to go before we come back to real play. Does Woonsocket think there's a shot to come back on this? We haven't mentioned Kevon Davis' name a lot either.
We haven't until that touchdown late in the first half, so you got to get him going. I think that's the key. Senior, one of the probably the most electric player in the Woonsocket sideline. You got to get him going, get him rolling, and see what happens. I believe Woonsocket gets the ball here to start the second half, so anything can happen.
Brendan McGee, Andy Tukin, Marty Crowley. We'll be back with more second half action right after this.
The small popular diners of the 30s and 40s are coming back. They're called retro diners. Corvette diners in the Art Deco style of the period. Here at 134 Providence Street, the concept never left. Good home-style food, generous portions at reasonable prices from Al's Place. Shepherd's Pie, baked ham dinner, chicken pie, ragu, meatloaf, American chop suey, special recipe meat pies, and more. Full breakfast served daily, including steak and eggs. Come back, enjoy the prices and the food at Al's Place, 134 Providence Street, Woonsocket.
Travel Advisors International has moved to Cumberland. The new address is 500 Mendon Road in Berkeley Commons, Cumberland. The same experienced travel professionals that you've trusted for more than 30 years are still with Travel Advisors International, and the phone number stays the same, 401-725-1234, 725-1234. Travel Advisors International has moved to 500 Mendon Road in Berkeley Commons, Cumberland. Phone number is the same, 725-1234. Travel Advisors International.
Navigant Credit Union wants you to know that in spite of what some are saying about the economy, their thoughts are always with you, the Navigant member. If you have a small business or are involved in the management of one, you might want to talk to Navigant's Commercial Lending Department. If you need capital to expand or purchase new equipment, call the Business Lending Department at 401-233-4700. They'll visit your office and work with you to create a plan to get you the money you need without the usual problems. For more information, call 233-4700. Your success is Navigant's business. Navigant Credit Union. Let's enjoy the journey together.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Andy Tukin, Marty Crowley, Brendan McGeer. We're at halftime. 37-13. Clippers up by 24. Second half action set to kick off. The Novans have come out. They will receive the second half kickoff. And game started with Woonsocket scoring on an opening fumble kickoff by the Clippers, Andy.
Yeah, 13 seconds into the game, it was 6-0 Woonsocket. And ever since then, it's been basically all Cumberland, both offensively, defensively, and special teams in today's contest. And Woonsocket really needing a score here, and a quick score to start the second half to have any opportunity to mount a comeback. And for Cumberland just to keep doing what they're doing. They keep really forcing the hand of Woonsocket, running the ball, passing the ball. Up front, they're having a lot of command. So no change-up is necessary for Cumberland, but Woonsocket really needs a quick score.
So getting set to kick off. We're just waiting for the chain gang to take place over on the Cumberland sideline. Jack Andrews all set to kick off. Ball's on the 40-yard line is Andrews. Back to receive it is Kevon Davis for the Novans. And the kick is on the ground. Taken by one of the up men at the 26. Camacho gets out to the 30. He's going to be stacked up. Good tackle right there.
Excellent job right there by Camacho to pick up a good 15 yards. Not your typical kickoff returner.
You're watching or listening to, depending on what you're at, the 54th annual Thanksgiving Day matchup between the Cumberland Clippers and the Woonsocket Villanovans on ON Radio, WON Woonsocket, Woonsocket Radio. Andy Tukin, Marty Crowley, all set for second half action. Hope you're settled in there. Turkey's starting to smell a little better. Getting ready to spend time with your family. One of my favorite holidays, Andy, is basically a family-based day, and as you know, you have your family over as well, and my friends and stuff, and our family. We're blessed to have what we have here. Woonsocket now having some issues trying to get everybody lined up. The back judge has not started counting yet, though. Toss sweep, Gomes, right-hand side, picks up some running room and then some. First play, touchdown saving tackle for the Clippers right there. Looks like Jake Kopaz, number 57. I apologize for that. Luke Colomi with a touchdown-saving tackle. Big run by Manuel Gomes right there, Andy.
Yeah, great job coming out first play of the second half, having success there, putting it in your ball handler's hands there. Manny Gomes with a great run on the outside, and like you said, a nice touchdown-saving tackle.
I think I see our old friend Bubba on the far sideline, former Clipper football great. Toss to the left-hand side. Gomes cuts it back against the grain. Has some running room. 40. Good job by Emmanuel Gomes that time. I don't know if that was designed that way, Andy, but he cut back against the grain and picked up some great yardage right there.
Yeah, he sure did. An excellent cutback right there. Probably ran 40 yards for a combined 20-yard gain, but an excellent job right there for the front set of Woonsocket to provide him with those holes. And another first down run.
Another thing here, this is Woonsocket. Maybe you come out, okay, this is our first series of the game. Let's go back to those 10 plays. Let's try to get a score on the board and try to fight our way back into the game instead of trying to play catch-up.
Absolutely. You can't score 30 points in one play. It needs to be a whole complete second half.
Penagua, Gomes, left-hand side now. Edge is set, lowers his shoulder, picks up maybe 5 yards, and a little victory there. Removich on the tackle, along with Bradley Smith for the Clippers. Penagua comes over to talk to Coach Charlie Bebo, get the play. Woonsocket head coach, 27 years old. We heard Charlie and the guys at halftime.
Yeah, what a good group of student athletes they have there. Very passionate about the Cumberland Woonsocket game.
Well, as they should be. Here's Davis now on a Wildcat. Flag's going to come in. This play's going to come back. That's in the area of holding. As Woonsocket went Wildcat there, it's either motion or holding right from the side, Judge Andy. We saw a lot of penalties in the first half. Hopefully this half is a little cleaner.
Yeah, and that's a good move by Bebo to get the ball into Kevon Davis's hands. So we mentioned at halftime we haven't called his name as much as we anticipated. And unfortunately a flag was thrown, and this one looks to be coming back.
It's going to be on the Novans with 10:21 remaining here. Oh. much to the chagrin of the Woonsocket faithful right on our bleachers.
Second and 20 for the Novans.
They bring up 2nd and 22. The ball's just at the nose of the 45-yard line on the near side hash mark. Shout out to our crew, our camera guys, Josh and Paul, Nicole as well, up here in the booth with us on the camera. Doing a great job today. Ball is tipped, and it's caught. What a hit. Bradney Smith with a hit. And flags are coming in from everywhere here.
I think they're going to have a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Might be on Lloyd Griffin.
No, and that's a tough one. It didn't look like it was intentional at all, but unfortunately, sometimes in football those helmets do connect.
Well, in college, you'll go back to the film right now to see whether that was targeting or not, Andy.
Yeah.
Whether he did that or not. I get it with all the injury stuff. If he gets spun around sometimes and it's helmet to helmet, I don't think that was intentionally. They are going to call it a personal foul for player safety. And Woonsocket will get the penalty yardage and back and then some. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the Cumberland 31 with 9:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Woonsocket huddled up where the old line of scrimmage was, and now they got to hustle up to the ball.
A dead sprint to get to the line.
Handoff goes nowhere.
Great job by the Clipper front four.
Getting off the bottom of that pile is the man who just called for the penalty, Lloyd Griffin. He's listed at 6 feet 240. You walk by him in the halls, he's a large man.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
He is a big kid. He's a big kid. Not as big as the big man, and the big man's been known to put away some breakfast, but I bet you Lloyd can put away some breakfast too. The big man loves pancakes. I'm sure Lloyd does as well. He's a large kid. Third down and short, third and about 6 now for the Novans.
Definite 4-down territory for Woonsocket.
Cumberland jumped.
Could be a free play. I don't see a flag,
I don't see a flag either. So maybe they jump back. It's going to be an incomplete pass. I think Woonsocket was waiting for the flag, and now there's going to come a flag. This is going to be, I think, on the bench.
I think this is going to be on Woonsocket, the coaching staff as well.
Unsportsmanlike on the bench because there was no flag from any way at all. Now there's another one on the coaching staff. It looks like of Woonsocket as well. And you can see that stuff is now being thrown out of the stands here, which is uncalled for. As well. A lot of bad sportsmanship on display here from both sidelines in the bleachers. This is uncalled for. This is high school sports. And it's Thanksgiving Day, so be thankful for what you have here. Meanwhile, it brings up 4th down. Back to action here eventually. It brings up 4th down for the Novans.
Yeah, there's a lot of unnecessary talking going on. And another call.
So they try to sort this out. Why don't we take a break and we'll come back.
It's football season. This is Jeffrey Partington, president of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild. Please support Woonsocket football and athletics by going to a game this season. You may see the next NFL superstar come out of Woonsocket, and you can say you remember him when. Whether it's a superstar athlete or a superstar student, it takes dedication, hard work, parental support, and great teachers to succeed. Woonsocket teachers, we make a difference every day.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Still trying to sort out these penalties. This is high school sports. So speaking of high school sports, there were games last night. North Smithfield, Mount St. Charles beat Situate 47-0. Lincoln took out Central Falls 34-29. The game played at Ferguson Field. And Shea beat Tolman 31-2 in that game. Barnable's out of the reservation today against Pontiganset, as now the ball is being moved back up. Barnable will play for a Super Bowl next either Saturday or a Sunday. I know that Scholastically moved the time, Andy, but Barnable will play in a Super Bowl next week against the unbeaten Juanita Sanchez Providence Country Day Co-op.
That's a rematch of last year's Super Bowl.
Yes, it's a rematch of last year's Super Bowl as well. He's Andy Tuchkin. I'm Marty Crowley. Dave Richards is down in the truck doing a great job. Paul Pelletier is on one of the cameras, on with Josh and Nicole as well. This is a high school sporting event, and it's 4th down, and the Novans will now kick the ball away. We need Mike Schlott to keep crowd control here. Mike's a pretty tough guy, and I think he can handle this for us. Meanwhile, snap is back, kick is up, and it's deflected at the line. It was blocked at the line, and the ball's going to roll, and Cumberland will take over at their 40. We'll be right back.
During these difficult economic times, consumers are looking for every possible way to save, and that includes insurance coverage. At the Eston and Richard Insurance Agency, they look for every advantage to save you money, including the condition of your home. Roof, plumbing, electrical, security, they're all factors in getting you a good rate. Eston and Richard insures homes, condos, multifamilies, rental, autos, boats, and businesses. Eston and Richard Insurance, 342 Park Avenue, Woonsocket, 766-4200.
Sideline, but it's all good here back at Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tuchkin, Brendan McGeer, what can you tell us down there?
A little extracurriculars out there, Marty. Ball moving back and forth about 10 times, but very fired up Woonsocket sideline right now. Just trying to see if all the coaches are still there. There were quite a few flags thrown in that very short amount of time.
Yeah, tempers are flaring, Brendan. We just got to hope that the players try to keep ahead about themselves. Would you agree? All right, that was Brendan McGeer down on the sideline. Thanks, Brendan, for chirping in with that as well. 2nd and 12 now, Cumberland. The fumbled snap was recovered there. Avia Santos with a pitch to Andrews. Andrews trying to stretch it outside. Nice tackle in the backfield by the Novans. Good job right there. Justo Cologne on the tackle, Andy.
Excellent tackle right there. Andrews is a strong runner but could not get to the outside. As he grabbed low, he went at his waist and he could throw him down to the ground, and he gets a loss of 3. So it brings up 3rd and long for Cumberland.
So Cumberland 3rd and 15 with 7:50 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Cumberland with a seemingly commanding 37-13 lead. And I think if you have a game that's closer than this, Andy, not that it's not chippy or anything, but I think some of the cooler heads will prevail because you're still in a football game.
Oh, absolutely. This game is far from over, time-wise and score-wise. So I think we just have to get back to the basics. Let's play football here.
One receiver out wide here, split on the near side. Back to pass. Avia Santos being chased by Peralta, gets rid of the ball. Peralta shoves him down, and that's going to be a personal foul on Peralta, who at the end of the last play got up there a little bit, and now they're mocking each other out there on the field.
That's awful.
It's going to be rough in the. It's going to be intentional grounding on the Avia Santos as he was out of the pocket, though, Andy. I don't know why that penalty would happen.
Confused on that one. I thought it would be. I don't know how it can be intentional grounding.
Well, it's going to be on the Clippers, and Coach Lehman's out there talking to Mitchell Foresti, saying he did have a guy in the area right over there. Mitch Foresti picks up the flag and say, Coach, it's going to be 3rd down and Manville. He's got a long way to go. The ball now will be inside at the 18-yard line. Clippers need to get to midfield. 7:16 remaining here. And once again, this never seemingly ending 3rd quarter, Andy.
This is a long one. I thought the first quarter was long, but this has been a long quarter, and not too much action going on here. But nonetheless, the Clippers bring out their punting unit, and Woonsocket will have their return man, Kevon Davis, at about the 50-yard line, waiting to receive the punt.
Kevon Davis, let's see if he can bust one loose and try to get the Novans somewhat closer, to creep closer. Snap is back. Andrews' kick is blocked by the Novans special teams, and it's gobbled up at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Novans! Justo Cologne picks up the block punt, and once again, another special teams touchdown for Woonsocket.
You know, I don't even know if that ball really hit his foot. He kind of dropped it a little too far out. It might have nicked his toe, but Cologne just, Johnny in the spot, picks the ball up and rumbles for that touchdown, and that's what Woonsocket needed. It needed some sort of spark, and that might be it.
Justo Cologne recovers, we'll call it a punt recovery, Andy, I guess is what you want to call it, in the 3rd quarter, and it is now 37-19. an extra 2-point conversion here would bring it down to a 2-possession game. Muhammad Sek is in at fullback for the Novans with Manuel Gomes in the backfield. Penagua tries to follow Sek, not going to go anywhere. Clippers stack him up. Jake Kopaz among many of the Clippers there as well. Cumberland 37, Woonsocket 19. We'll be back with more football right after this.
It's time to make your workout personal. And where can you do this? At the Gym LLC, 2168 Diamond Hill Road, across from the Social Security office in Woonsocket. The Gym LLC, where fitness is personal. All sorts of gym classes are available at the Gym LLC, like spin classes, group exercise class, Pilates, yoga, step class, and for you more advanced people, boot camp. It's the Gym LLC. Visit them online at thegymllc.com or visit them on Facebook as well. Call the Gym LLC at 475-6000, 475-6000. It's the Gym LLC, where fitness is personal.
Welcome back to Barry Field. The Novans have just opened up the scoring in the second half. And a rather interesting start to the game, but we're back to football. Thank God and goodness for that. Justo Colon has recovered a Cumberland fumble. They've now scored 12 points, Andy, on special teams. 1 on defense, actually theoretically both on defense after a fumbled opening kickoff.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd special teams touchdown of the game. 2 for Woonsocket, 1 for Cumberland, and that's going to separate.
Kick is off and away. It's taken at the 20, 25, out to the 30. 35, tiptoeing out of bounds once again is number 32. We're still trying to find out who that is for the Clippers.
He is fast, that's what I can tell you.
He's very, very quick, is number 32. And Cumberland will take over 1st and 10 on their own, looks like 40-yard line.
Yeah, looks
Patrick Pass out there talking to the defense, trying to get Mohammed Sek on the same page. Clippers have a 1st and 10 at the 40. Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, this is a huge defensive possession for Woonsocket. If they can do exactly what they did last possession and force a 3 now and get the ball back, this is still a good football game here. But for Cumberland, with Santos under center right now, really want to get a score.
After this play, we will go down to Brendan McGear, who has something for us. I was looking for him and I found him after this play. Avias Santos back in at quarterback. Avias Santos. So there's a flag on the play. So while they sort this out, Brendan, what do you got for us?
We have finally solved the mystery of the Cumberland player wearing the number 32 jersey. His name is Ryan Larson, and he is a freshman.
Ryan Larson, freshman. Good work by you, Brendan McGear. Thank you so much. So Ryan Larson had that 95-yard touchdown return. Not bad for a freshman playing your first Turkey Day game, huh?
Yeah, I spoke with him on Monday, actually, about today's game, and he was so excited to get suited up. He didn't actually know if he was going to get any playing time. He actually made a joke about it, and lo and behold, he gets a kickoff return for a touchdown. So that's what you do. You want to make the most of your opportunities, and he is certainly doing that today.
Handoff, King tripped up in the backfield by the Novans, number 54. Corey Brown, the sophomore, with the tackle right there for the Novans. Brings up a long 2nd down here for the Clippers after the penalty. It being 2nd and 15. And momentum has kind of shifted to the Novans. All their feistiness has started showing their play here, Andy.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And you know, offensively, defensively, on special teams, they are having more success than Cumberland in the second half. So whatever the coaching staff said to these boys at halftime seems to be working.
You know, you're never out of a game, and sometimes having a big lead can come back to haunt you. Avia Santos now 6:15 remaining, 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Rush is coming, steps up in the pocket, being chased, and the ball comes out. Gomes knocked the ball out, and it's going to be recovered by Cumberland. Good defense right there. Emmanuel Gomes with a strip sack, and falling out, it was one of Cumberland's linemen. Unsure who it was, whether it was Cole Hooper or Mark Capolino, but a good job by the Clippers recovering right there. And Woonsocket has fire here, Andy.
Yeah, they sure do. They almost had a chance to recover that football, but a nice job by Cumberland to recover it. But 3rd and long, you know, Woonsocket is doing one heck of a job right now to change momentum in the second half.
Clippers now have 3rd down in Kendusky to get to 1st down. They got a long way to go, man.
We sure do.
Shout out to our friend Donald Goslin, listening to us up in Maine on Pleasant Lake, tuning in. A little trickery, and the ball's on the ground, and unsure if Woonsocket got it. I think they did, yes. Novans recover a fumble. The trickery did not work right there. It was in double reverse. I don't know why you would do that, Andy, but they did. And with 5:13 remaining here in the third, Woonsocket has recovered the ball. I think Mohammed Sek coming off the bottom of that pile for the Novans.
Too. I think that's who came up with it. And, a tough play call there. On 3rd and long, inside your own 30-yard line, the last thing you want is that ball to hit the grass.
Yeah, Novans came on a blitz, and they did a good job right there. And now they'll take over, 1st and 10 at the 21.
Some sort of double reverse, and the ball's being tossed around twice on a cold weather day. And now brings up 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for Woonsocket with 5:13 remaining in this football game.
In the third quarter.
Oh, geez, in the third quarter.
We've been here for a while. Penagua back to pass, 2 receivers, wide left, steps up in the pocket, going for the end zone. Has Davis knocked out of his hands, incomplete. I think he might have been out of bounds right there. Good defense by Matt Removich on that.
I love that play call after a big defensive play to come back and try to get a quick score to your playmaker, Davis. Great play call, and even a better defensive play by Matt Removich. As you said, got that hand in there. Great job turning his head to see that ball coming. Big-time play from Matt Removich. 2nd and 10 now from the 22-yard line. I was a little off right there.
Good crowd on hand once again here at Barry Field, home of the Novans.
Yeah, a crowd that stayed in this game too.
Right.
It was kind of getting out of hand early on. I think all this excitement has kept this crowd into it.
37-19, Clippers up. Penagua rolling to his left, being chased by Kopaz and Capolino. Turns right, turns left, just threw it. There's nobody out there. If there's their intentional grounding, I think that's going to be it, because you and I were probably closer than that.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. Inexperienced junior quarterback right there, just not making the smartest decision, unfortunately.
Well, he turned once, and good pressure by Jake Kopaz and Mark Capolino that time for the Clippers, and they turned him a couple of times, and now it'll bring up loss of down. It'll bring up 3rd and a long way to go for the Novans. The ball's back at the 44, Andy. They need to get down to the 12. Marty Crowley, Andy Tukin, Brendan McGarr down on the sideline talking with a cameraman from somebody. Brendan's like everybody. Brendan said that I know everybody. No, Brendan McGarr knows everybody. I got to give shout outs to all my people because they listen to us all year long. How can we not, Andy, right?
No, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. But Brendan McGarr, he's a popular guy. Knows a lot.
Brendan is a popular guy. Woonsocket now with the same razzle-dazzle play. Davis is going to get sacked. Ball's on the ground. He's going to be down first, though. Good tackle right. Good tackle right there by Luke Colomi. They tried the same razzle-dazzle play that Cumberland did.
And that certainly didn't work out right there. Sometimes a little too much trickery is not a good thing. And I haven't seen a 4th down this long in an extremely long time.
Capolino limping off the field now. They're training to the far Cumberland sideline. 37-19 with 4:27 remaining here in the third quarter. Marty Crowley, Andy Tukin. This is the 54th annual Thanksgiving Day Classic between Woonsocket and Cumberland. Will play for the Thanksgiving Day Cup, formerly the Ferdinand St. Germain, Congressman St. Germain Trophy. Ooh. Cumberland brought everybody.
Oh, they sure did.
Picked up by Andrews. Makes a man miss. He's still dragging his feet. Andrews, good tackle. We'll be back right after this.
When you're in the mood for great pizza, remember this number, 765-6000. That's Elm Street Pizza, featuring a big variety of toppings and combinations like their meat combo, Mexican pizza, and veggie pizza. Order small, medium, or large pizzas. Elm Street Pizza serves pasta dinners, calzones, grinders, salads, wraps, and wings. Remember that number, 765-6000. Elm Street Pizza, you can taste the difference.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Paul, Josh, and Nicole are on cameras. Dave's down in the truck. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody and their families in the Blackstone Valley now listening area. 37-19, the Clippers with the lead and the ball back here in the third quarter with 4:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Leonard back in a quarterback, jet sweep given to Andrews, picks up a block, sealing the edge, getting a first down and then some, getting knocked out of bounds on the Cumberland sideline. Andrews kind of went flying into the group here, and that's why you got to stay back on those sidelines, Andy. They put that second white line there for a reason.
Yeah, nice job by Ron Davis to get that edge. I thought Andrews had that sideline all to himself, but Ron Davis showing his athleticism to cut him off. And it looked like he cut him off right before the first down marker, so it's going to be 2nd and a long 2 maybe for the Clipper offense with 3:51 remaining.
Pickup by Andrews right there was rather nicely done on the toss. A lot of people run that toss. Hey, did you ever? How did you do on Thanksgiving Day? Did you ever win any Thanksgiving Day games?
Yes.
As a quarterback. Despite you, or because of you?
Despite me. 2-1 the 3 years
good.
I started. 2-1.
Former Smithfield Sentinel quarterback Andy Tutkin. I'm sure you're a phenomenal quarterback.
I'm not so sure of that.
Well, Leonard, meanwhile, quarterback keeper. The old, that was more like Drew Bledsoe there, just hitting the hole and moving forward. Joe Leonard. Good job by Leonard picking up that first down, though.
It was nice job. Keep that clock moving and the ball in their hands. I'd say we have no sun in this press box right now.
Not anymore.
I feel like
it was nice earlier, wasn't it?
Yes, I am like so much more cold now than it was earlier on.
You have to dress appropriately because it changes.
Sure does.
Leonard back to pass, has a man out in the flat. Had 2 guys out in the flat, actually. He had King and Andrews in the same area, and it's going to fall incomplete, and it'll bring up second down for the Clippers with 3:13 remaining here. I'm trying to work on the out-of-town scoreboard.
You've got some great contests today. Just an unbelievable high school football day. And you said it before, like the Northeast with Thanksgiving Day high school football, it just means so much to these schools around here.
That's all I got. Nothing yet. I got a picture of us in the press box. Thanks, Brendan McGinn.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we got to retweet that. That's a good picture.
That is a nice one.
2nd and 10 for the Novans. Cumberland High band on handler, the Woonsocket band. Mike King running north and south, picks up a 7. Ball was on the ground, and it's taken. Somehow Kevon Davis has come out with the ball, still on his feet. King wasn't down, and Davis is going to go down at the 45-yard line. Another turnover. King got stripped. I thought he had forward progress.
Yeah, he was hung up there for a little while, but there was no whistle blown by an official, and the ball came loose, and Kevon Davis picks it up.
It's like Logan Coles on the strip of that ball right there.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
And they'll take over. The Woonsocket will. Another turnover for the Clippers. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line with 2:56 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Mind the post game, we will go down to Brendan at some point. Brendan will try to grab Coach Josh Lima or Charlie Bebo, a member of the winning team. Penagua, quarterback keeper, going nowhere.
Excellent job by the Clipper front.
Colomi, Coppolino, Lloyd Griffin getting off the bottom of that pile along with Bradney Smith. Let's go on to Brendan and see what Brendan has. Brendan, you got anything for us?
Guys, I can tell you, staying here on the Cumberland sideline, it is very intense down here. You can tell that these coaches, they're coaching up these guys, regardless of there's no tomorrow. It's quite the atmosphere. It just tells you how much intensity goes into a game like this.
Yeah, that's Brendan McGeer down on the sidelines. We see the emotion from up here. Screen pass is complete, and it's caught, and out to the 49-yard line is Justo Colon, who blocked the punt and has a touchdown to his credit today, Andy.
Yeah, he does. A shifty back, not the biggest guy, but does have a touchdown, and right there almost broke that one, but a nice tackle from the defensive back for Cumberland. Brings up 2nd and 12.
144 remaining here on the clock. Seems to be in no rush. The Novans right now. There's Charlie Bebo trying to figure out what's going on. I think the officials are trying to figure out as well. Coach Josh Lima had a question about the spot of the ball, and they're discussing that down there now as well. A lot of confusion here. I know Stoneham's up on Reading 18-14 over in Massachusetts. King Philip's up on Franklin 28-0. King Philip in Massachusetts, Andy, the longest winning streak in Mass, 24 consecutive games, I believe.
Wow.
And they'll be playing at Gillette Friday night for the Super Bowl. North Attleboro has the game right before them.
I think they're trying to see, was the line with the chains in the right spot.
Yeah,
I see Coach Lima was.
He's not happy about it. He's not happy
it.
one single bit.
And I think they might have been in a, because it is
second down and a long 6 now at the 48-yard line. We're trying
Third and 6.
Third and 6. Oh, the box finally moved. We're trying to figure out what's going on down here. Well, I still attempt. Oh, everybody moved that time.
That should be a false start on Woonsocket.
Yep. Tight end, the end for Cumberland tried to jump in. The wide receiver for Woonsocket went a little early. A little anticipation. Hey, I know what I'm doing, Coach, but I went a little too soon. With 1:20 remaining here in the third quarter, Marty Crowley, Andy Tukin. Natick beat Framingham today over in Massachusetts, 35-6, home of Doug Flutie and many other people there. That's all I get right now is the out-of-town scoreboard, unfortunately. Trying to get an update on Pontigansett Barneville out on the reservation. We have nothing yet from out there. Single coverage out on the far side. Panaga back to pass, and that ball is going to get blocked. Bring up 4th down here with 1 minute straight up on the clock remaining here in the third quarter of this 54th annual Thanksgiving Day Classic, Andy.
It looks like the punt unit is going out on the field.
Don't forget, when Woonsocket was down 26-0 against Rogers and came back and gave them a game. So let's see if they can pull this one out in the fourth quarter. Cumberland has won 6 straight, Andy, going back to 2011. The last time Woonsocket won was in 2010 when they won 4 straight games. It's a fake. Ball's up. It's in the air, and maybe a penalty right there and getting away with a little holding. The pass was intended for number 18, David Canoyer.
You know, maybe it
was uncatchable?
Yeah, it might have been. It looked like there was a little bit of contact there, but nonetheless, Clippers are going to take over with good field position inside Woonsocket territory. The question is, who will be the quarterback? And
Looks like Dante Avia Santos is coming out, Andy, for the Novans.
No, you have to give credit to Woonsocket coming out in the second half. They've been a more dominant team. Coming back in this football game has not allowed the Clipper offense to get much done.
53 seconds now left here in the third quarter. Cumberland 37, Woonsocket 19. Avia Santos. Handoff to the lone back. Trying to cut upfield is the freshman for the Clippers, and a flag comes in late. The freshman, Ryan Larson, Andy, with the carry. Flag comes in, though, in the area of holding. You know, last year we started our first game we had more penalties in place.
Yeah,
we might be heading in that direction today.
We are. We absolutely are.
And some of them obviously emotion driven. Not that you understand that, but you can understand emotion driven. But at this point in the season, holding, offside, excitement, you should have that all down, being this is like the 12th or 13th game you play. But they're kids. Kids make mistakes. Second down and a long way to go for the Clippers. Avia Santos back to pass. Has his man out on the flat. Andrew just overthrown him. Boy, he's got a strong arm, though, Andy, as he was falling backward, Andy. He threw that ball a good 30 yards in the air.
Yeah, off his back feet, and you got to give credit to Woonsocket there, putting a lot of pressure on him, because he had man-to-man coverage with Vremovich on the outside, who's been his go-to receiver today. But he just didn't have time. If he had that little bit of extra time there, he probably would have been able to complete that.
So it brings up third now and long with second and long with 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Andy Tukin, Marty Crowley. We do have Brendan down on the sideline, who we will go to when we come back from the half. We will go down to Brendan. Thanks to all our sponsors once again for getting us on the air. We wouldn't be able to do this, and it's a passion to do this.
And the officials are getting together.
I think it's the down is what they're trying to figure out.
I think so as well.
It is third down. We were correct originally, Andy.
The marker says second.
But it's third down. North Attleboro's up on Attleboro 7-6 in the third quarter in that game. That's a cool game. They all do different things to their helmets.
Oh, really?
Oh, North doesn't put anything red and white, and Attleboro will put all white and blue, and whatever decals you want to put on, it is wild.
That's awesome.
It is a cool thing to see. You know, it's a great tradition they have over there in Massachusetts, the North Attleboro game. Ball's on the ground. Avia Santos, they're going to say he's down and recovered the ball. Mitch Foresti coming in, and that'll bring up third down right away. Is trying to rip the ball out for Woonsocket was their linebacker, Rogelio Gonzalez Escalera.
And that will end the
third quarter. Well done, Andy. So, end of 3, Woonsocket 19, Cumberland 37. Can the Novans catch up? We'll find out right after this break.
Automobile accidents can happen anytime and to the best drivers, and when they do, you need service and answers. That's their specialty at Cousins Collision Center, taking you step by step from damage assessment to assistance with the paperwork, including reports and rentals. They make the process easy. In Rhode Island, you decide who repairs your vehicle. Come in and meet Kevin and the staff at Cousins Collision Center on Foundry Street, Woonsocket, off Olo Street, 766-7679.
Hey, those guys are getting their money's worth, Jeff, huh? Those officials out there today? They're getting it from both sides pretty good, huh? Yeah, well, I'm happy that they got it under control. Yeah. Well, they got it under control. The kids are good now. Everyone's good.
Oh, welcome back to Barry Field. We're back on the air.
No,
I was listening, and then I didn't hear myself for a minute going, we're back on the air. Sorry about that. I was listening to Andy's conversation with the scorer. It's 37-19. Cumberland with a big lead over the Woonsocket Villanovans. I think I see a couple of people down there in Batman and Robin costumes, Andy. It's not Halloween. It's Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, they don't want to give it up.
My friend Jeff's wife, Colleen Dwyer Champagne, is a big Batman and Robin fan, though, so I guess it would make her happy. Kids will be kids. Third down and long now. Cumberland moving right to left on your dial. Oh! Headhunted. Nice tackle right there by Charlie Peralta.
Big time hit.
Novans in their home maroon uniforms with white pants, white helmets. Cumberland in their alternate Battleship gray jerseys, I guess.
I like that Battleship
Royal
gray.
pants and a two-tone colored helmet. Andrews will have to kick here to open the fourth quarter.
I am so impressed with Woonsocket in this second half. You know, really just understanding that this game could get out of hand, but they won't allow it. They are fighting back. They're giving it everything they have.
Play hard start to finish, Andy. That's
Absolutely
all you can ask for. Andrews' kick is away. It's a kick that's way up there, taken by Davis at the 40, 45, 50, making a man miss, and Davis gets back down to the 38-yard line. He's taken down by Darius Silva, the sophomore special teams player for the Clippers.
And nice job by Davis getting that ball into Clipper territory. And, you know, we've said it that, you know, it's a 19-point or 18-point game here. This game is not over yet the way Woonsocket can put together some quick scores.
I just got a message from my friend Jeff, who's watching on ON Worldwide out in San Diego. There's a picture of Barry Field.
Oh, nice.
Woonsocket sideline. You got a nice view of your camera shot there of the scoreboard. Thanks to Jeff and all our faithful listeners on radio, on television, in town, out of town. Hope you're settled in for a great day of Thanksgiving football and family and friends. Be thankful for all the blessings we have in life at this point in time, man, with everything going on in the world. 11:07 left here in the game. Trips right. Shovel pass, and that's ball's going to be down. That will go as an incomplete pass. It was a shovel pass. Good call by the side judge. This officiating crew's had their work cut out for them. Mitch Foresti, Mark DeSalvo, John Coletti, Brandon Ferra, John Talento, and Jeff Avalon on the clock. Jeff's probably had the easiest job of the day. All he has to do is hit start, and stop, and he's good to go.
That's doing a great job. And the officials are as well. You know, early in the game, we had the players were the ones that were losing their cool a little bit. They did a great job to cool that off, and then the coaching staff's got a little upset. They've cooled that off, and now we're just playing some football, and that's what we want.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well after we hear from attorney Peter Hopkins. We'll be right back.
Legal situations may arise at any time. They're a part of everyday life. Personal injury, traffic violation, DUI charge, criminal defense. When you need sound legal advice, call attorney Peter J. Hopkins at 356-1043. You'll be treated with dignity and respect. That's attorney Peter J. Hopkins, 191 Social Street, Woonsocket, 356-1043. It's important to have someone in your corner. Attorney Peter J. Hopkins, 356-1043.
Welcome back to Barry Field. You hear I'm Hooked on a Feeling being played by the Novin Band. Great job by the Novin Band. As a timeout, we are back with 11:02 remaining here in the contest. Andy Tuch and Marty Crowley. Thanks to Dave Richards once again and letting us do this not only Thanksgiving Day but on a Friday night light football basis. To all our sponsors who help get us on the air. Penagua screen to Coles. Well-designed play. Coles is rumbling and he gets down to the 25-yard line, does Coles.
Oh, what an athletic freshman there. And well-designed play and perfectly executed. They were a little patient. They waited for their blockers to get downfield and a big gain there. And Woonsocket is making some noise inside the 30-yard line.
Novin's hustling up to the line here with 10:45 remaining. You would think they might need to go a little quicker here, Andy, if they want to try to stay in this ball game. Penagua back to pass, has a man, ball is up, and it was caught and dropped. Trying to run before he had the ball, Isaiah Holt. It was a good throw by Penagua. He was backpedaling, and you know, as a quarterback, throwing the ball east and west is not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's very difficult. He did a great job there. And I keep saying the term patience for these quarterbacks. And sometimes it's so important to just wait for the defensive backs to make the mistake, and then you take advantage of it. And right there, they did that, just couldn't connect.
Second down and 10 for the Novins. Back to pass, screen. Davis has running room, one man to beat, lowers his shoulder. That's a football play right there. Kevon Davis lowered his shoulder into the defensive back. Zach Maiman, I believe, was the defensive back that he tried to run over. Maiman did stand his ground, though, not before the Novins pick up a first down at the 14-yard line with 10:18 remaining here in the contest. 37-19, Cumberland still with a big lead.
Yeah, get it in Davis's hands. He's the playmaker. He's the one that's going to carry you to the end zone.
Caught. Andrews on the tackle and slow to get up.
It's Cologne, but he did catch, and there he is. He's getting back to that huddle. Excellent pass right there, Penagua, right on the money on that slant route to Cologne. And Cologne will come off the field now. They got Manny Gomes back in the backfield.
First and goal now. Excuse me, second and goal. Novins, ball at the 4-yard line. Coles and Gomes in the backfield. Davis split wide right, single coverage. Penagua under center. Penagua gives to Gomes, trying to push that pile. And here's where all that weightlifting come in, Andy, and all that off-season stuff.
I think they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. Gomes' helmet comes off, and
not happy about that.
Yeah, I don't see a flag, though. I didn't think there was any face mask or anything like that, but it was enough for the first down. It looks
third
like
down, Andy.
I thought I saw the official announce the first. I must have been wrong.
No, but it brings up 30. I thought it was first and goal. I stand corrected. It's now 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line. And it is a first down. You are correct.
I thought I saw the official.
Confusion between the chain crew and the
there we go.
Crew.
First and goal.
Now it's first and goal, Andy. You are correct. I should have even bothered. Why did I even
have never been wrong once, Marty, ever.
Penagua under center. Rolls to his right. Throws to his right. Caught. Did he get in? No, he did not. on the 1-yard line.
Camacho.
Henry Camacho. And in high school, it's where you land. You can't keep rolling. Once you're down, Andy. 8:48 remaining. Clock still running for the Novans. 37-19. Novans trying to make this a tighter game than it was. One receiver wide left. Davis slot right. Penagua keeps it. He's in. Touchdown, Novans! Geraldi Penagua with a 2-yard touchdown run.
An excellent job right there by Woonsocket. There's no giving these Novans. They are going to be pushing to the very end right there. Great job by Penagua. Great push up front. And we have a 37-25 game at the moment with 8:30 remaining.
Going for the extra point. On to kick it. It's Ezekiel Adaye. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. That is good. That would have been good from 20 more yards out. Ezekiel Adaye with the extra point. We'll be right back after this.
Voted best pizza and best grinder in the Blackstone Valley by Rhode Island Monthly Magazine is Cumberland House of Pizza. Not only do they have the best pizzas and the best grinders, you should try one of their great meals like fish and chips or their homemade lasagna or stuffed peppers. All orders at Cumberland House of Pizza are made from scratch. It's like sitting down at your own dinner table. Cumberland House of Pizza on Mendon Road, 1 mile from Cumberland High. See everything they offer at chopsri.com.
I think it's safe to say, Andy, that you and I have been to Cumberland House of Pizza multiple times.
Yes, we have.
Thanks to Chops and all the rest of our sponsors for getting us on the air. Brendan, what do you have going on down there? You had a bird's eye view of that touchdown.
I thought that was the best drive of the day for the Novans, Marty and Andy. Granted, we saw at the end of the first half the little trickeration play, the halfback option, but the most complete drive in terms of running and passing, and it's gotten the Novans back here in the game. Just curious, I thought that they would go for 2 here to try and make this maybe even half this lead a little bit more, but maybe they have confidence in their defense, Charlie Beebolt, that they can get another stop.
Thanks, Brendan. Brendan McGee down the sideline doing a great job for us today. It's a little pooch kick. It's going to fall in the dead zone, and Cumberland better land on this. Oh, Woonsocket's going to win. They did. Woonsocket did. They kicked it right in the dead zone.
Oh, wait. Cumberland might have it. Waiting for the signal. Cumberland came out with the ball. It certainly looked like Woonsocket jumped out.
Well, I thought he did as well. The injured player is down. Might have come up with the ball, and it fell out. Look at Emmanuel Gomes jumped on that, but he did not. Emmanuel Gomes has been battling some knee issues. They're dealing with him. Coach Charlie Bebo and the trainer, Mark Levesque, are out there looking at him right now. I thought Woonsocket came away with the ball.
Oh, and
Still trying to sort it out. One official said Woonsocket has it. One official says Cumberland has it.
And it's Cumberland.
And they're still trying to look at Gomes. So while they try to sort this out, why don't we hear from Jeff Fontaine and the Fontaine Agency?
The current real estate market provides the perfect opportunity for moving into home ownership. If you've been thinking about it, why not make it real and let Fontaine Real Estate find the right home? Right now, Fontaine Real Estate has an excellent selection of homes in every price range. Interest rates are low, and there are many excellent finance programs available. Fontaine Real Estate, a third-generation family business, has a solid reputation. They put clients first. Fontaine Real Estate, new location at 1028 Park Avenue, Woonsocket, 769-7821.
Thanks, Joe Callahan, for those kind words about the Fontaine Agency. Thanks to Fontaine Agency and the rest of our sponsors. Emmanuel Gomes is up. He has been nursing. He did have a knee injury. In the beginning of the year, they weren't sure if he was going to play, Andy. It began that Brendan and I did. But he came out and he played in that huge win over Barrington earlier, and he's limping off the field right now. I think maybe he got twisted on the bottom of that pile. This is going to be Cumberland's ball. All the confusion is settled with 8:30 remaining. 37-26. The Clippers with an 11-point lead, Andy, and that's a big lead.
There it is.
That's a lot of points, I should say. Excuse me. I'm trying to do the math in my head. Avia Santos now back in the quarterback. You're Cumberland now. It's time to go again.
Absolutely.
Avia Santos, quarterback keeper. Ball's on the ground. This time Woonsocket has it. Recovered by number 86, Henry Camacho.
I heard a whistle blown. It looks like they're going to say this was a down. His knee was down, and it will stay in the Cumberland possession.
The Woonsocket bench doing a good job. Charlie Bebo with his coaches saying, yeah, he was down. Okay. Crowd on hand making very vociferous. That's my vocab word for the day, Andy.
That was excellent.
I don't know what it means, but I just felt like saying that.
Well played.
Thank you very much. My friend Tony, who is a wordsmith, would appreciate that. So he gained a yard. The second time I was wrong about Woonsocket recovering a fumble. Maybe the third time will be the charm for the Novans. Avia Santos, toss sweep. King trying to head east and west. Flag's going to come. King still on his feet, has the run negated, and that's going to be a hold and some extracurricular activity. Mitch Foresti has nothing left, so he throws his hat for a penalty. Mitchell had nothing left to throw. He's looking for his flag. He already threw it, so his hat will constitute a penalty. And this one will go on the Woonsocket Villanovans, and being pretty vocal down there, the same kid all day. We're not going to call his name, but he's been involved in a lot of skirmishes.
Yeah, certainly has. And
the personal foul will probably negate the holding penalty, I would think. So Mitch Foresti will go holding Cumberland. Yep. Personal foul Woonsocket. They'll offset, so it'll be second down. They'll just redo the play over. Mike King started that play. And when it's all said and done, a lot of discussions going on, Andy, that you and I are not privy to. And
I'm trying to get a grasp because I see different conversations
maybe
going
Brendan
on
knows what's going on. Brendan, what's going on down there? Any idea?
There was a little extracurriculars, as you guys touched upon after the play. It was got so, vociferous. I love that word, Marty. That's a great word by you. But it got so out of control that the umpire, the officials, had no choice but to throw their hat because they already threw their flag. It was, it's to say that this has been a chippy game would be probably the understatement of the day.
Well, good luck down there, Brendan. When they go to shake hands at the end of the game, make sure you stay out of harm's way. 7:34 remaining here in the ball game. We will hear from Brendan McGeer post-game, where he will hopefully grab the winning coach and maybe a player very, very quickly for us in our post-game.
It looks like the Clippers now are going to finally come up to the line in a 2nd and 9 situation. Santos still under center for the Clippers.
Avia Santos, shotgun, rolling to his left. Pitches, Andrews. Stiff arm, still running. Good job by Andrews fending off Cologne there. And he's going to gain some yardage, positive yardage. This is Jack Andrews, the running back, with 7:14. The clock is running again. 37-26. Clippers up Novans by 11 points. The War Tribe chants coming from the Villanovans. I love that. That's cool.
A great support still in this cold morning from the Novans side.
The breeze is just enough to make it cold. As you're right, the sun has left the Richard Maggs Majarian press box.
It sure has. It has.
Yeah. 3rd and a long 8 now for the Clippers.
An important 8 yards here for the Clippers.
You can keep the clock running here. Avia Santos back to pass. Has time. Ball is out. It's complete and going nowhere. Good tackle by Cologne. Maybe got a gain of 1 or 2 right there. It's Mike Nocera.
Great job by Cologne. And, for a guy who lacks size, he does not lack power. He drove Nocera out of bounds right there in a huge 3rd down stop.
Tale of 2 halves here. 6:08 remaining on the clock. Clock is running. Andrews back to kick, standing just inside his 40 is Kevon Davis. Good kick by Andrews. Davis calls for fair catch late. No intent was done right there. People want a flag. No need for a flag. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
As a trusted choice agency, Susie Insurance Agency in Woonsocket is dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person, not a policy. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, Susie Insurance Agency serves Rhode Island and Massachusetts. The readers of the call have voted Susie Insurance Agency the #1 insurance agency in the area. Susie Insurance Agency, 362 Rathbun Street in Woonsocket. Visit their website to see all that's offered at susieagency.com.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin, Brendan McGeer. 5:49 remaining. Woonsocket down by 11 with the ball. And The first pass from Penagua, intended for Cologne, is going to skip off the Barryfield dirt. Incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Novans. 5:46 remaining. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there in the Blackstone Valley area. My brother just sent me a message saying he's ready for dinner, and I said, I am not.
I got my wife, who's doing an amazing job, Brittany, doing an amazing job at home with my girls, Emma and Hannah. They are waiting for me to return, but we have a football game to finish first,
That's
Marty.
right. And looking at the fantastic finish if Woonsocket puts one on the board here. Penagua, back to pass, being rushed. Ball's over the middle, incomplete. It's going to be pass interference on the linebacker, and that was a tough throw. I don't think Davis would have caught it even if he had been bumped or not. One of the linebackers ended up getting caught up with him in there. Looked like it was Phil Coppolino. Just might have got stuck in there with him. His feet got tripped up.
Yeah, it's so important as a linebacker covering the most dynamic player Woonsocket has is difficult, but you have to turn your head as a defender. And if you don't turn your head and you make a little bit of contact, more often than not, you're going to get a flag thrown.
No score from out on the reservation, trying to get a Bartle-Pontigansit score. The other local team playing this morning. Nothing as of yet. 5:37, clock is running. Novans 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Penagua, shotgun, handoff. Emmanuel Gomes going nowhere. Good tackle right there by Lloyd Griffin.
Good job. It's nice to see Gomes' knee is not affecting him too much. He's back in there.
He's limping a little bit, but he's back in the game. He's a gamer, what I got from talking to him the other day. He's a very, very passionate young man.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from just about midfield.
Penagua back to pass. Ball's in the air, overthrown for Cologne. He had him. He had a step on the defensive back. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Novans. Definitely 4-down territory here, Andy, with under 5 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, he had Cologne man-to-man coverage with Andrews. And it looked like Cologne just ran an extended post route down the middle of the field and just overthrown by a few yards there. And a very important 3rd down. This is going to be 4-down territory with under 5 minutes to go, down by 2 scores. But nonetheless, being able to pick up a good chunk of those 10 yards here is very important.
3rd down for the Novans.
We're going to have a false start. Looked like a receiver on the outside there moved too early.
Yeah. It's definitely been a tale of 2 halves. Don't forget, Woonsocket opened the scoring after a fumble recovery with a touchdown by Zach McIntyre. The Clippers then went on to put up 30 straight points. A touchdown pass from Santos to Hayes, a run by Avias Santos, a pass from Leonard to Andrews, another pass from Avias Santos to Ellis in the back of the end zone. Woonsocket got on board on a Davis to hold pass, and then a 95-yard touchdown run, the ensuing kickoff by freshman Ryan Larson made it 37-13. And the only scoring in the 3rd quarter was a Justo Cologne fumble recovery and a Penagua 2-yard touchdown run here in the 4th quarter. So Cumberland, that once had a 24-point lead, is now down to 11. And sometimes, Andy, big leads, you never know. Woonsocket's still fighting and playing here. Some confusion now for Woonsocket. Penagua wanted a motion man, has 3 receivers, wide right. Waggle play, has a man down the sideline. Ball is up, and it's going to be out of bounds. Pass was intended for number 23, Kevon Davis.
Yeah, Cumberland did a great job. They weren't fooled at all. 3 defensive backs over there on Davis. They know who Woonsocket's playmaker is, and they were going to make sure he was well covered there. And a 4th and 15 for Woonsocket with under 5 to play. 4:47 remaining in this contest. They, don't have to say it, but a very important 4th down play here for Woonsocket.
4th down for the Novans, and about 15. They need to get to the Cumberland 40-yard line with 4:47 remaining here in the ball game. Cumberland has 3 safeties right back on the 40-yard line. They're just going to rush 4 guys here, only with 2 linebackers. 4-man rush coming. Penagua back to pass. Ball is thrown, almost intercepted as the DB slipped, and Cumberland will take over on downs at the Woonsocket 45-yard line with the ball in a 11-point lead.
Yeah, that was going to be very difficult for Woonsocket to get that 15 yards, as Cumberland just had those 3 safeties in there. They knew what was coming, a deep ball And there were more Cumberland gray jerseys around that than Woonsocket jerseys. So Cumberland takes over at the 45-yard line of Woonsocket.
Shout out to our good friend Jared Dean, who's listening at home on Thanksgiving Day, and the rest of our Cumberland faithful listeners as well.
Joe Leonard back at center for the Clippers. We have Michael King in the backfield, and he's the type of running back you want in one of these situations. Just a north-south. Let's cut down on this time. You know, time is not working in Woonsocket's favor, so expect to see a lot of Michael King on this drive.
Joe Leonard back in. You know, it worked early, but I think, you know, you get that lead, and what happens is the wide receivers here are trying to figure out what's going on now. Leonard, King to his right. High snap. Leonard back to pass. Ball's deflected. I don't know if you want to be passing it this late with the clock running.
Yeah, a little surprised by that play call with 4:36 remaining. You have a big running back like Michael King on first down inside the Novan territory already. You know, expect to see some ground game, but maybe Coach Josh Lima sees something that we don't.
4:36 remaining now in the contest. Clippers with an 11-point lead. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Leonard back to pass again. Screenplay, flag's going to come. The pass is going to be incomplete. I don't know why you're throwing the ball, Andy. It's illegal shift against Cumberland.
Yeah, definitely some movement up there. Just once again, surprised by the passing. You know, you don't want to let Woonsocket have any chance to come back, and right now you're helping them out with this clock management. It is now 3rd down, and you've only killed 9 seconds off the clock.
I'm trying to find Brendan McGeer. Brendan, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree with you two guys. Just talking about the play calling situation, you would think up 11 points, 4:30 to go, run the ball behind a pretty solid running back and Mr. King. And right now, well, we still have a lot of time on the clock, and the Novans, you would think, still have some life here.
Thanks, Brendan. Yeah, I agree. You know, also Jack Andrews down there, another back. He's been running jets. However, where Leonard back in the game has King to his right, 3rd and 10. 4 men out. Blitz is coming. Leonard steps up, keeps it. He might get it. There's nobody there. Leonard lowers his shoulder. First down, Cumberland.
That's why Coach Lima was telling him to throw the ball. He knew he was going to pick up that first down.
They sent the house, and they sent 4 guys wide. Leonard very wisely ducked the first backer. Wide open running room. First down, Cumberland, and that might do it right there if they can run out the clock with 4:21 remaining in this contest. 4:20. Mitch Foresti winds the clock.
You said it, though. You know, they brought the house. They sure did. And it looked like Joe Leonard was going to be knocked down for a sack, but he just ducks his head, evades the tacklers, and picks up a huge first down on 3rd and long.
He wasn't sliding on that one. Joe lowered his shoulder. He's a large man, a large kid, and he's a very well-spoken young man, and he's a great athlete as well. Leonard, quarterback keeper. Tackled by a gang of Novans. Justo Colon in on that tackle, along with Muhammad Second, Corey Brown for the Novans. Clock is running now, 3:39. So now you're in no rush. Maybe Coach Josh Lima saw something on that last possession, Andy, and that's why he wanted to throw the ball, you know?
Yeah, you never know. And here we go. 2nd and 12 for Cumberland. And Leonard getting the play call from Coach Josh Lima on the sidelines. Woonsocket Band is still here and still playing.
Yeah, so the cheerleaders. Cumberland Band has just headed to the parking lot with a 3:05 remaining in the game. Still a good crowd on hand here. A lot of family and friends. Leonard rolls to his right, picks up a block, still rolling, throwing, and it's going to be caught right at the yard marker. John Coletti gives him the catch. It's going to be caught. It's a great catch on the far sideline. Look, it's caught by number 3, Andy. Dante Avila Santos, who's done a little bit of everything today. Sure, why not catch a pass?
Why
right?
not? He's done everything else. And a first down. Oh, they're going to say 3rd down, just short of the first. 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1, Cumberland in no rush here. 2:49 remaining on the clock. Woonsocket does have 2 timeouts left, I believe. but you might want to kind of save those on offense, Andy. He was just knocked out of bounds. King, the lone back. Leonard under center.
Little QB sneak. Oh,
falls on the ground. I don't know if Leonard came up with the ball.
And there it is.
And he did it. Woonsocket came up with the ball.
Henry Camacho.
You know, Henry Camacho, his feet were off a little bit on the side there in the snap. Let's sort this out. We'll be right back after we hear from Little General Stores.
Well, here we are, Thanksgiving Day. You prepare for the gathering of family and friends, but remember, if you need anything, it's comforting to know that your nearby Little General Store is open even today, ready to help if your son used all the salt on his science project, or if you were sure you had a can of cranberry sauce in the closet, but you can't find it now. Remember, whether it's Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day, your nearby Little General Store is open all day when you need them most. Little General convenience stores. There's one near you.
It is Woonsocket ball. Welcome back. They're the ball, 1st and 10. Pass out to Kevon Davis, who's up to the 30-yard line, still on his feet. A myriad of clippers, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. He's going to stop the clock with 2:33 remaining. Woonsocket does take over. You know, I was looking at Joe Leonard on that snap, Andy. He had his right foot forward. His left foot was back a little bit, and he might, instead of just going in the old way, his foot, maybe it just, he was trying to go too quick, and the ball came out. He had it for a second, and the ball came out of his hands. And Woonsocket now with the ball again. Too many turnovers to count today. That's like the 4th by my count on the Clippers.
I wish we could have got a camera on your rendition of that snap right there. You got down in position and everything. That was excellent.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not as good as Cleo would do it, but I got it in there. Panaga, back to pass. Ball is thrown. Oh, and I don't think Kevon Davis realized that was in his direction. It was intended for the up man, number 87, Zach McIntyre, who recovered a fumble for a touchdown. And McIntyre got overthrown, and the ball kind of landed at Kevon Davis's feet. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Novans.
Cumberland in their obvious pass defense here. I mean, you can argue they have 5 defensive backs right now just ball hawking basically because they know Panago is going to be dropping back and throwing that.
Yeah, hopefully the Clippers don't have any more gaffes and, you know, they can get out of here or the Novans will make them pay for it. Pass is caught by Cologne out near the 40. He might have been down to 38 as Woonsocket goes into hurry up now, brings up, I believe it's 3rd down.
3rd down, you are correct.
They still have 2 on the ball. They just went to 3, so
there
it's 3rd
it
and short now. Clock is running, 2:09 remaining in the contest. Panaga back to pass. Ball is caught. Oh, and he's stuck, but it's going to be a 1st down, so that will stop the clock for the Novans with 1:55 remaining as the clock, they move the chains. Pass is caught by number 21, Isaiah Holt, for the Novans.
And a big 1st down here as the clock will begin to go as soon as the official gives him the word.
I'm putting my gloves
1:54 remaining. Oh, it is cold.
Back to pass. Panaga. Ball is thrown near side, intended for Davis, and Davis slips. It's going to be incomplete. These guys are having a hard time trying to come back and cut back on
they sure
the ball.
Are. And I actually think that was to the benefit of Woonsocket because that ball was thrown across the field, and it looked like Zach Maiman was ready to pick that one off if it was thrown a little bit further.
Cumberland with a 37-26 lead. 1:45 remaining in the 54th annual Thanksgiving Day clash between the Clippers and the Novans. 2nd down, Panaga back to pass. Ball is deflected at the line, and it's going to go down. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Novans.
3rd and 12, 3rd and 12 for the Novans here.
With 1:40 remaining in the game. In this very spirited game, I might add, Andy.
Yeah, they don't have to pick up all 10 yards here. They can pick up, they just want to get some sort of positive yardage to set up a 4th and short situation.
Put yourself in 4 down, give yourself an opportunity to convert. Pinagua, bubble screen, court, Davis, hook, ladder, good. Picking up some yardage and going out near the 50. Cumberland tried that play earlier. Great hook and ladder play. Ball going to Dylan Paul on a hook and ladder from Kevon Davis. And that'll bring up 4th down and probably about 5
yeah,
here.
I'd say about 5. And, that's exactly what you want to do for Woonsocket. At least make it a manageable. And Josh Lima is going to call a timeout to make sure his defense is ready for this one.
We'll keep it here, though, however, and let's go down to Brendan, who's down in front of the Cumberland cheerleaders. Brendan, what's going on that Cumberland sideline?
They're playing this right to the end here, Marty. Calling strategy. You would think 11-point lead, 131 left to go on the clock. That Cumberland's in good shape, but you never say never. We're seeing a lot of crazy things here in today's game between the opening kickoff and the trick plays, the gadget plays, the fumbles. We've seen a little bit of everything today. I think the fans who came out here today, they definitely got their money's worth.
Yeah, it's Brendan McGeer down on the sideline. Brendan will have the winning coach immediately after the handshake. We're going to try to grab the winning coach for the post-game interview. And if we can grab a player, we can. If not, we will get the winning coach before we head off and send you to your Thanksgiving Day dinner here on ON 1240 WON Woonsocket, Woonsocket Radio. The voice of the Blackstone Valley and beyond, WON Radio.
A big 4th down here.
1:31 remaining on the clock. Gomes split to the right of Pinagua. Looked like one of the receivers left early. No call. Pinagua. And it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Lloyd Griffin.
A great job there, and Cumberland will take over with 1:26 remaining.
I think the realization just sets in now that, you're in the game. You're in the game. Some of the Woonsocket players now down on their knees. No reason to be ashamed, though, Andy. A great effort by the Villanovans today. They battled from start to finish.
Oh, and the way that this game was looking at halftime, it could have got out of hand, and they fought back and played an excellent second half. But, you put yourself in a big hole. It's very hard to come back from. But a great job by Woonsocket today. But it looks like Cumberland is going to be the victors here for the 7th consecutive year.
Yeah, 37-26 MVPs. Dante Villasantos with 3 touchdowns accounted for, 2 passing, 1 running could be an MVP. Jack Hayes, Cumberland's defense, as well. So a great day for the Clippers. Leonard now in shotgun. Ball goes off his head, handed to Mike King. King still on his feet. King's had a good day for the Clippers as well. King still dragging Villanovans. Pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 1:14 remaining. Woonsocket will take a timeout.
Michael King with a gain of 7 yards.
Woonsocket takes the timeout here
2nd and 3.
with 1:13 remaining. Thanks again to Dave Richards, our crew, who've done a phenomenal job here. Paul Pelletier and Josh on the outside cameras. Nicole's been up here in the press box with us, telling everything that we've been doing wrong. No, she hasn't. She's
which
smiling.
is a long list,
It's a laundry list. No. Nicole's been doing a great job with the camera up here, and the job that we do here for a local radio station, making it worldwide and putting on a first-class production. Dave does that. It's about giving back to the kids. Him and I talked yesterday on we filled in on the Don Brunel show, and about giving back to the community. And David has always done that. And obviously, with Coffee and the longest-running daytime radio talk show in America, 70 years. The timeout is over here. So thanks to Dave and the fabulous Denise back at the station as well. Got to mention her. Second down for the Clippers. Leonard, shotgun. I think he's just a stiff arm. Throws one man down. Another stiff arm. Picks up a block. Joe Leonard out of bounds, much to the delight of the Cumberland sideline. A flag's going to come, though, maybe because you can't hit the other kid in the head. Joe Leonard, 2 stiff arms.
Wow, he threw those guys down.
Yeah, it's illegal use of the hands right there, Joe Leonard. I think if you got him on the shoulder and not the head, it would have been good to go. But he kind of got some extra yardage by giving him the old stiff arm up there. It must be cold. Nicole even has her gloves on now up here in the press box.
It is cold.
And you're stomping your feet.
It is cold.
Well, if you put meat on your bones, you wouldn't be. You wouldn't have these issues that I have. I have lots of layers, so I'm nice and warm.
That's one of those, no intention right there by Joe Leonard. He's just trying to get an extra yard or two. But nonetheless, he's going to push the Clippers back, and it'll bring up 2nd and 15 with 59 seconds to go.
We're under a minute, Andy. It'll bring up 2nd and a good 12. No rush. Woonsocket out of timeouts. No victory formation for the Clippers, which I find odd. 2nd down. Handoff. King coming near sideline. King heading upfield. Gets tackled from behind by Emmanuel Gomes. 27 seconds left. Mohamed Sek is down on the ground. He'll get up, though, and that should be the... It's going to be a timeout, going to be charged to Woonsocket because of the injured player, I believe, if they do have any timeouts left. Woonsocket will take the time, has to take the timeout because of the injured player, and I guess under a certain amount of time, Andy. Just like in college, Andy, right?
So we're going to have one final play remaining after this timeout is done.
We will take a break. We'll take one more break after the game. We'll hear from Cumberland Kitchen and Bath, and then hopefully Brendan will have Coach Lima for us before the presentation of the trophy. And then you and I will wrap it up right here, Andy. They're putting 5 seconds back on the clock, 25 seconds. So this will probably be a victory formation play for the Clippers. Mm-hmm. Yep, they're all good. 25 seconds back on the clock.
And here comes the Clipper offense after the discussion with Coach Lima.
Yeah. Let's see if we'll go a little victory formation here because I don't see you doing anything other different. They will. Dante Villasantos at the 40. Joe Leonard will come up and take victory formation. In the shotgun, he'll probably take a knee. Late addition. A kid with battle injury all year long, but works very hard. Dylan White into the game. Shotgun Leonard, he'll take a knee, and that will do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Final, Cumberland 37, Woonsocket 26. We'll be right back after this.
The kitchen is more than just a place where you cook. Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center believes its real function is bringing together the family. It's where you will cook, entertain, have kids do their homework, and most importantly, create long-lasting memories. Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center has years of experience in kitchen design and remodeling. They'll take your kitchen from the place you microwaved last night's leftovers to the hub spot of your home. Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center, McDonald's Plaza, Mendon Road, Cumberland, online at cumberlandkitchen.com.
Welcome back to Barry Field. Marty Crowley, Andy Tutkin. You're watching the teams exchange pleasantries down there, and the tradition of shaking hands, and now, no bad blood now. It's all hugs and, hey, good job, good game. It's a great tradition in sport, Andy.
No, absolutely. A good way to end a great high school football game like this one.
Coach Josh Lima is now moving to the front of the line, shaking hands. Cumberland players coming over to, to everybody, not shaking hands. Some of the players are post players. And now we'll go down to Brendan McGear, who has Coach Josh Lima. Go ahead, Brendan.
Coach Lima, Coach, you've coached in 4 of these games. Have you remembered a more back and forth game that you've seen a little bit of everything in?
I know, right? I mean, the first half we played phenomenal. We played unbelievable. It was just in the second half, we couldn't take care of the ball. Our guys were a little excited during the half. We couldn't take care of the ball. We put it on the ground every single drive. It just wasn't a good half for us.
Talk about the 2-quarterback system you guys ran today and how you thought it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, both of the guys can play very well. Joe's been banged up. He came back from injury this week. And both of them played pretty well. So we're happy that we could do that with those guys.
And talk about the lift that Ryan Larson, I believe a freshman, gave you right before the half there with the big kickoff return.
Right, Ryan Larson's going to be a hell of a player. We saw it when he played freshman football, and we knew all week, that he did a great job just preparing and being ready for our system. Came in, returned the kick. It was awesome. It was a great job.
Thank you, Coach. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Same to you.
Brendan, final thoughts on the game from you while you're down there?
Like we just said to Coach Lima, we just saw a little bit of everything. The fans definitely got their money's worth, back and forth between the opening kickoff and the trick plays, and this is one we'll probably remember for a little while here. Great way to cap off the holiday football portion of it, but to all our listeners out there, it's time to go eat.
Thank you, Brendan McGarrett, our sideline reporter. Final thoughts from you, Andy, on the Cumberland 37-26 victory.
Yeah, just a hard-fought battle, and I like what Coach Lima said. It's a game of two halves, but at the end of the day, two well-coached teams that came prepared to play. And there's got to be a loser in every game. And unfortunately for Woonsocket, that was them. But Cumberland, congratulations on another victory.
So the final here from Barry Field, Cumberland 37, Woonsocket 26. For Dave Richards, Paul Pelletier, Josh and Nicole on camera, Brendan McGarrett, our sideline reporter, Andy Tukin, I'm Marty Crowley. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a great day.